Hello, and welcome back to the StrawHatLucas YouTube channel. Today we are going to be playing some One Piece D&D. Always glad to be back with the Sakura pirate crew here. Glad to have everyone in the chat today, seeing some new faces. That's always a fun and cool experience. But without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to our lovely DM to lead us right into today's session.
Yo, what up? Great to be back finally. It has been an extended break, and I am super glad that it is over now, getting that D&D fix in. Thank you to all my players for being here. Special shout out to Ragnar, who couldn't unfortunately make it today, got called in last minute, but many shout outs to him. We'll catch up with Abyss next time. As for today, I'm going to do the recaps a little differently, try to abridge them so we can just get right into the action. So I'm going to recap as we, join back up with our players in the present. I also don't have a cover story for us today, but I did toss together this little bounty spread to refresh us on what happened pretty much in the session, which was the bounties finally being dropped along with the new paper. Pulling us over here to the overmap, kind of refreshing our whereabouts. Abyss had wandered off into the water down there, but where we are going to open up with is up here, kind of at the top of the map, where Leadbelly and Kief had gone on after a pretty long night, pretty long day in general, I suppose. But finally having been victorious over Beetle Brown. Also having a small run-in with some folks looking for people. They got a great night's rest, so be sure you guys have hit those long rests as I'm going to say you guys have slept in a little bit by the look of the sun coming in through the window. And there is a knocking coming from the door.
Before we address that knocking, am I mistaken that I have inspiration for solving the puzzle of the bounties?
Yeah, you do.
Let's go! Kief, someone's knocking at your door. Is there a door on a tent?
These are like tented, like half tent, half building type setups with like hard walls, soft tops.
Yeah, I got a door. What?
At that, you're gonna hear muffled through the door. Kief, come on! It's well into the morning. It's we're trying to find Brown. We can't find him anywhere. And you can tell from the voice it is June Red.
Sounds like a maiden has come to call on me in the morning. Can I answer the door?
Yeah, go for it. As you answer the door.
I'm gonna answer the door shirtless and put my arm up on the side of the door and be like, if it's not my little June bug, how are you today?
Oh. I'm gonna say toss us out a a persuasion. Yeah, just do it flat.
Okay.
14 is not going to meet the DC that I had in mind for that.
Fair.
She blushes slightly, but she looks you up and down at the comment, and she's like, good morning, Kief, and she kind of looks past you. Kief, did Brown mention anything to you before he stormed off last night? He must still be in a tizzy. We can't find him anywhere.
What? Beetle, he's missing?
Okay, well, that's clearly a no. And she kind of just starts rubbing the bridge of her nose. If you guys see him, just let him know we need to start getting ready for the finale tonight, okay? And don't you go far today, too. We'll need you there about 2, 3-ish to rehearse, okay?
Yes. As Kief has finally started to prop himself up.
Sounds like you have a performance in the afternoon, Kief?
Yeah. Yeah. The last
one. You would know these are the rehearsals for the big finale tonight, which you guys are pretty much part of the headlining act as the backing band.
Interesting. Well, if you need to get ready for that, where could I find this Mr. Manting? I do need to discuss with him about you leaving. Should we do that together?
Uh, I he was missing last night too.
He was. It was like he vanished once he got off stage.
Well, he might have gone to meet up with Henry, but
Wait, say what exactly?
I was saying he might have gone to meet with Henry.
Interesting.
Okay.
Henry, is that the owner of the bar or the weird horse dude that burns people?
He's the owner of the club, the one that we performed at.
Yes, yes, I'd like to meet him as well. Owner of a fine establishment. Fine establishment indeed.
Okay, if you guys are gonna head around the entire circus.
What was that? You broke up a little bit.
To see Henry the horse, yeah, that'll be pretty much across the entire circus. As you guys come out of the staff housing, you're going to see that the streets are already packed. Well into the morning, there are already a bunch of guests walking up and down and seeing all the sights. You know, there's far less to see back here toward the tents and the staff housing and Hotel Carlisle, but there's still some like scattered attractions or food kiosks or little cake stands or what have you.
I want to know what's up with the orifice that is the freak show. Like, what's up with that?
The orifice.
It's crazy wording.
That's how else would you describe that thing?
A nomadic style tent.
Fair, fair. Oh, that's leather, not flesh. Well, I mean, same thing.
Yeah, it was sort of like an like decorative wise, it was sort of like an open top for I guess flames in the asset decorator, but not exactly what I was going for. There is no like smoke coming out of it.
Yeah, I mean,
if
it
you
looks
guys are
awesome.
heading that way.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like the little like dragon bone finger looking things.
Yeah, it's cool. Dill, so what's game plan here, brother? We head into Henry the Horses then to see if we can find Mantang and, well, Henry the Horse? Or what do you want to do?
Above table? I don't know where Mr. Manting could be.
Yes, neither do I.
Throughout that he could be with Henry the Horse because Henry the Horse owns the bar and Mr. Manting runs the circus.
It's a good point. Well, that's a lead. It's more than I have.
That's what Kief would know.
Exactly.
So, he's probably talking with the dude who was running the secondary place in here.
Yeah.
Probably like a manager meeting almost.
Yeah, they're having a managers meeting. Let's go crash it. That sounds like we're heading to Henry the Horses.
All right. As you guys head that way, feel free to control your tokens here on the overmap as you will, but either way, as you head, I assume, Kief, you're riding Leadbelly's shoulder still?
Yep.
All right. As you guys head along... Oh, sorry, what?
I think you would put down these tokens.
Oh, yeah, you can't control them. Place them down fresh if you like. As you guys head down, the rug that the circus has laid for the roads, um, off of both of your passives, it's going to be pretty obvious that you guys have a lot of eyes on you this morning. Actually, a couple here and there actually will come up to you guys and just in passing say, "Great job last night. That was wonderful." But there are a few others, a few more, in fact, who are kind of giving you guys like the cold shoulder a little bit of a glare, maybe staring at you from the corner of their eyes as they pass.
This is nothing. Remember how angry the celestial dragons used to look when we'd get up to some ruckus?
Oh, they would be mad, but the gods knights were worse.
Oh yeah, much, much worse. Flashbacks to us being like up with their little ruckus and it's us just getting beat. Like, we're treating it like some silly shit.
It's like
yeah.
flashback panels, like it's us causing a little insurgent riot, and then all of a sudden the Celestial Dragon's mad, yelling, pointing at us, and then the God Knight's just beating us.
yeah, like almost a full-scale revolution of slaves and just getting the crap beat out of us. A little ruckus. I wonder why they're so angry, though. I'm gonna ask one. Hey, you! Why are you looking at me like that? I'm just gonna point to a random guy.
Yeah, okay. If you just point at one of the random passersby who's staring at you, he'll look up at you. He's not a particularly strong-looking guy. Got a little bit of a paunch, and he's walking with his little family, a wife and 3 kids. And he just kind of looks up at you, and he's like, "What? You go around wrecking shit? That's your thing?"
What did I wreck?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, what did you wreck? You... Ooh, and he spits at your feet and goes, come on, let's get out of here. Ushers his family away.
Whoa. And I'm gonna extend a Hana like arm and grab him by the shirt and be like, whoa. I did not wreck anything, good sir. And I do not appreciate being spat at.
He begins to scream as this touches him, this extension arm type deal with the flower fruit. He starts screaming, "Assault! Assault! Goddamn pirates attacking me!"
Pirates? Oh, me, yes. I'm not attacking you. Just to be clear.
You will see there are clowns just about everywhere, all over Mr. Mantang's acting as security. A few of them standing solo at various parts of this area you're walking through. They just kind of rush up quickly and they kind of usher the man and his family off, and you hear them kind of say apology. "So sorry, sir. Please forgive him. He's a special guest here tonight. We're going to comp all your tickets for this disturbance. I'm very sorry." And a couple of the other clowns come up to you guys and they're like, "Hey, good morning, performers."
Yeah, what's that dude's problem? Why is he saying I wrecked shit? Because, I mean, I can. I haven't, but I can.
They look between one another, these 2 clowns before you, and they just start chuckling. One of them honks his nose. And the first one who talked to you says, "What, you didn't get the morning paper? What, did you just wake up?"
Yeah. I did just
Seems
wake up.
whatever ruckus you caused on the last island you were at has gotten you a little bit of attention, pal.
Wait. There's a new paper out?
Came out this morning. I read it over porridge.
Was there a headline about us?
Is in, like, Mr. Mantang's?
Yes.
One moment, I had an old draft pulled up on accident. There is not in this issue. Clown just shakes his head. He goes, nah, not really. Code's still active, though.
So, what was this ruckus I caused? And like, you could see Leadbelly's head, like gears turning, and just for like a visual for you guys, in his head, he can hear the screams of the like Marines and citizens as we tore through the city on the last island. But all he sees in his head is the woman that gave him the rabbit's foot. He's like, oh yeah. Heck yeah.
The clown just sort of chuckles and he's like, well, paper reported all about everything that's going on over on Panangea. Guess we happen to just miss all the action, but boy, you really. And when they were, what are you, a bunch of copycats? Or something?
Nope, you broke up, brother.
I'm not sure where. Sorry about that, but the clown pretty much said. You guys caused quite a stir on that last island you were at. And right after Turner drew all the attention away from 199. Guess we missed all the action, huh? What are you, some kind of copycat?
Copycats? In what way?
Well, Turner beats up a bunch of Marines. You guys beat up a bunch of Marines. I mean, you know. It just seems like he might have inspired you.
Nah, we were following Turner because one of my crewmates wants him. Pretty sure he wants him dead too. And then we just happened upon some Marines he hadn't beaten up yet, so we were like, we might as well beat him up as well. I may have decapitated a man as well. I can't remember.
And Kief, who's learning all of this for the very first time, is just sitting there with a mortified expression like...
The clowns notice, and they just start to laugh, and they go, yeah! It today, but once we pack up these walls, and he just kind of like waves his finger around, yeah, what do for you. So best of luck.
Oh yeah, best of luck to you too. You're so nice. Just ignores everything else. Yeah, best of luck to you, brother.
Above table, we didn't hear what you had said.
Yeah, it cut out real bad again, brother.
Cut out again here. Shoot.
Intermission. While Becky fixes his mic. Plug walk.
Yo, how is this? Is this any better or worse?
It sounds better.
Better? Okay.
Much better.
Fingers crossed that'll stay the trick. Kind of lost my train of thought, but that was pretty much the whole conversation. So, was there anything you guys missed that you need me to repeat?
No, I don't think so. It was basically just we caused ruckus on Rashwan. They missed out. They called us copycats, and then told us good luck. Like,
yeah. He had specifically said, "We'll keep the Marines off your back while the walls are up, but after we got to pack up in the morning, well, there's not a whole lot we can do until we settle back down again." But
That's good.
Yeah, we'll say
information.
after that, he heads out, starts walking off. Which way are you guys headed? It actually does kind of matter for one thing.
Kief would know the direction to the restaurant, and that is where Kief is going first. So he is
I just mean like physically, like this way, or are you going down and around?
So down and around. I didn't do it.
Okay.
This way. But that's what we're doing. Is like I'm kind of ratatouilleing Leadbelly, just kind of like pointing and be like, "Hey, if we stop right here, we can get some really good food before we go over to the bar." Like, "Hey, yeah, the bar food's or club food's kind of nice. Like, yeah, you can get some good stuff and you can get some drinks while you're there, but you know, it's not a restaurant." As he's like just leaning as far as he can off Leadbelly's shoulder without falling, he can. He's just like,
I love
this
it.
way. This way.
Yeah, as you guys head to the restaurant, Crew and Seafood and Steak, and Kief, you would also know they're still serving breakfast at this time. They serve like a brunch menu late into the day. As packed as the streets are, this place is pretty equally packed as you guys get there.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely hungry.
As you come in, say, table for one?
Two.
Yes, two.
Oh, Kief, hey, sorry, I didn't see you there. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. And she writes something at her host stand, grabs two menus, and says, "Come on, I'll seat you right away."
Thank you.
So what do you recommend?
Leads you guys.
Oh, sorry.
No, after you.
Leadbelly, as they're getting led to the table, is like just asking Kief, like, what's good here?
Mikey, what's good here?
Well, they've got all sorts of stuff. They've got like a corned beef hash roast. It's like a deluxe style with like cilantro and special herb mix seasoning put in it. It's really savory, really tasty. Got like an eggs Benedict type thing in the One Piece World version. That is, I'm not sure what exactly that would be called, but it's got like
An eggs
tasty.
Nolan.
Ooh, maybe, but he was kind of. I guess it could be like. Something like that. Wait.
I was about to say, what about the timeline?
Yeah, I was gonna say
What
eggs
about what?
Conjuro, but like
I said, how's
he's
this
not
work with
here
the
yet.
timeline?
We altered
Well,
the
what?
timeline for
Yeah,
eggs.
I can't think of a comparable thing. Egg. Oh, eggs. Wait, what was it? Renault. Arnaut. Eggs Arnaut.
Eggs are
There we
no.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I lost it for a second, but the eggs Arnaut with the tasty savory sauce on it, French toast, all the typical hallmarks of a great breakfast.
It was the best of times. It was the great of times. Well, hell yeah! I think I will try that.
Kief conveys all that to Leadbelly and says, and they have all right coffee. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but
What the hell is coffee?
what? Are you?
What?
And Kief just the same facial expression as whenever he heard about them killing the Marines back on the other island. Just the same level of just mystified mortification.
Over his breakfast order?
No, over him not knowing what coffee is.
Oh, yeah. She'll seat you guys and pull out a pad and say, "So, coffee? No coffee?"
Yes, I want to try this Kofi. Kofifi.
She'll write it down too. Coffees. Kief, I'll make words. I'll be right back with that. Your server will be right with you.
Nice.
I'll get some orange juice.
Okay. And she scribbles that down too. As she heads off to fetch your drinks, where she was standing, you can see past to a 4-top table with only one person sitting at it. He's got this little, as he smiles at you, he sips from his own. Wonderful playing last night.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Can I expect to see you at the finale tonight?
Well, yeah. I'm gonna be
And will
playing.
you be playing
Oh.
Mr. Long John?
Who the hell is Long John? I'm Leadbelly. And I maybe. It'd be cool.
It would be cool. That would be very cool. You're very good at what you do.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm not too shabby. He's got like a big grin on. He's like, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, I did that.
Kief, roll me an active perception.
Oh, it is not at disadvantage unless.
Word, I'll take the 20. You have a, and you make out pretty clearly your boss, Henry the Horse, as he walks into Cruin's.
Hey, Leadbelly, that's Henry.
Ah. What does Henry the Horse look like? Does he look like a horse?
He is on 4 legs. He is very equestrian, I believe is the word as he walks in, but he is painted pretty much, not literally painted, but vibrant stripes of black and white up and down his body. He comes in with a cigarette clamped in between his teeth, and he's smoking as his hooves clop on the ground. He walks up to the host stand where a different host now is manning the podium. So it's just kind of barking at them, Kief. You can make out, even over the loud chatter in the restaurant here, and go, "Hey, you seen Kief? See here?"
Kief, your boss is half dog.
He's not going to notice you right away, so the host has to point you guys out. But as he sees you, he's going to clamor and clop over, kind of galloping, and people get out of his way as they're sort of in awe as this standard zebra walks up to you guys, stands next to your booth, and he goes, "Kief, hey, where the hell is Beetle? You seen him? What's he got his panties in a bunch for?"
No, not since last night, whenever they lost.
They lost. I can't believe it. And now Henry the Horse looks at you, Leadbelly, and he pulls one of his hooves off the floor and extends it up, kind of like a hand to shake. He says, "Henry the Horse, at your service, and hopefully at my pleasure. I hear you play one mean instrument. 1, 2, and 3 even."
I do. I shake his hoof with the same vigor I would shake someone's hand, and I'm like, yeah, I play multiple. Everything but percussion and brass. Can't get the lips and coordination right.
I know how that is. And he takes that same hoof and takes that cigarette out of his mouth somehow, just kind of balanced perfectly on the arch of his hoof. So he exhales this long plume. This guy's your best friend. We could have used a talent like him on the force.
To which of us was he speaking?
To you, Kief. He was saying he didn't know this guy was your best buddy. Why were you like holding out on him?
Well, whenever the first thing I remembered whenever I got brought on to Mr. Manting's was waking up in the hospital bed and Mr. Manting offering me a job.
Right. The amnesia. Yeah, I've heard it all before. I was just messing with you, kid. Don't take everything I say so literally, huh?
But yeah, Leadbelly was from before all that.
Leadbelly. Strong name. You wouldn't even need to change it for a good stage presence, if you ask me. Starts, like, making a motion as if he's stroking his chin with his hooves as he balances himself now on his rear legs and kind of crosses his front legs. He goes, what would you say to filling a brand new 6th position in my own big band? Multi-instrumentalist.
Well, I am flattered, Mr. Horseman. But I can't now.
Please, call me Hank.
Okay, Hank. Yeah, I'm flattered, but I have my own things to do. Actually, you're gonna be down a man because I'm taking Kief with me. We got places to go, people to see, empires to burn.
That causes him to kind of break his bipedal form. He slams his front hooves back down on the floor. He goes, say what? He crunches his face up and looks at you now, Kief. He goes, what is he saying? Big lies over here? I don't like lies, Kief, even sweet little white ones.
Kief is turned around now and he is looking for the hostess to see if she's bringing back the drinks. The server. The waitress.
You can, from your booth, you can kind of see into like the kitchen, and she is taking her time, like talking to one of the line cooks.
Oh, cool.
In there.
Now of all times. Now of all times to have the slowest service of all days. Yeah, Henry, so it's not just me either. Well, from what it seems, it's not just me.
What the hell are you talking about? Did Brown walk?
Well, from what it seems to me, he did. Nobody's seen him since last night. June came to my room first thing in the morning, asked if I had seen him. I said not since last night after the show, which was directly after we won. And I say we, and as I do, I kind of lean towards Leadbelly. But then he's like, but I didn't think he would take it this hard. But
no, this is terrible. What is this I heard? You had to go and play with our boys' competition? I know this is your old buddy, but come on, you've got some loyalty to us, don't you? To your fellow bandmates?
My friend.
To my club?
I was told to.
Yeah, kid.
Listen, you keep saying buddy. This is not my buddy. This is my big brother. This is family. Of course he was going to play with me.
Excuse me, I mean the height difference. I didn't figure. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Different mothers. Either way. So here's the thing. I offered to take on your entire band by myself. They insisted that Kief play with me. It was their mistake. They played themselves.
Say it
again? Oh, I said that basically they insisted Kief play with me, so it was they played themselves.
But also, Purple Jack, he seemed more. I don't know how to really put it. More.
Let's just say he's on a new path.
Who? Kief? Beetle Brown?
Jack and Blue are down at the club.
Purple Jack.
Now.
Well,
Jack and Blue are back at the club. They're noodling around right now. What are you talking about?
Well, last night during the contest, I know Purple Jack is usually nonchalant on stage, but last night it seemed like he was throwing the contest.
Look, he's a bit of a sourpuss, but he wouldn't do something like that.
I mean, yeah, but that might be what caused Beetle Brown to storm off.
I'm gonna say roll me a... I'm gonna say roll me a persuasion, please. Whoa!
Well,
okay, first crit of the day. Henry the horse is just gonna kind of like scratch his chin, standing on 3 legs. It doesn't really make much sense, but then again, not much about Brown does, and maybe that makes the most sense of all, doesn't it? I mean, So I've got what? 2 positions to fill now? Maybe 3?
possibly 5.
No. Don't go poaching the rest of my talent that I've worked so hard for.
No.
The best of the best.
I'm
Why do you
not
abandon
saying
it?
I don't want those men on my crew.
No.
June, on the other hand.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Corky Blue might also be ready to spread his wings. That's all I'm saying. And what's a singer if there's no music?
June Red ain't just no singer, bub. Don't forget that.
Oh,
She
I know.
is one of the prime attractions of this entire circus. Okay?
What's she gonna dance to?
Well, we got the starlets that could back her up for a time, and the clowns for a time. I really mind here. I mean, even if the others stayed, which I'm not even convinced that you think all of them are going to leave. Blue auditioned for that role. Jack, maybe, whatever you say. But Blue? Oh, it hurts my heart to even consider that, Kief. You're breaking my heart in 2 here, pal.
I'm just saying, if he watches everyone else decide it's time to move on, he might take that time to leap too.
But it doesn't make sense. We're on our world tour. Nobody else in the world gets to do this. Not even the Celestial Dragons.
Yeah.
At the mention of Celestials, Leadbelly is gonna lean forward and look a little serious, like more so than he has the whole conversation, and look Henry the horse in his big horse eyes and say, "What do you know of Celestial Dragons?"
He looks at you with a rather unassuming face, and he just kind of like does a little shrug. He goes, "What? I mean, Celestial Dragons don't even travel as much as we are. It's a real privilege."
Okay. And he just leans back again. Now he's watching him more than ever. He was nonchalant about the conversation. Now he's locked in.
Henry the horse will look at you, Kief, and he nods his head toward Leadbelly and says, "Geez, real live wire, this one. What was that?"
Well, he's free.
He's free.
Yeah, and I pull my shirt to the side and show him the fresh brand. I'm free.
Oh my god! That looks like it fucking hurt.
A cost of freedom, minute to say the least.
Again,
Ay, ay, ay.
staring.
I've got cousins that got branded on their tushies, but that is something else. Jeez. Ooh.
This is, again, new knowledge to Kief, and he's just staring at Leadbelly.
Leadbelly's gonna see him staring at the brand and be like, "Don't worry, we'll cover yours up too." I'm just imagining the smallest brand that Kiryu will have to make to get Kief's symbol covered up.
Bro, it's gonna be the size of a needle.
That's so good.
Yeah, you're gonna have to rely. If only you guys had somebody with special eye powers, man, that might come in handy. Who knows? Henry the horse is. Henry the horse will just kind of shake his head. He clicks his tongue and he goes, "Well, look, you come up with the price for me to get you to own it, okay? I can't force you here. Mr. Mantang made sure of that, and I wouldn't try either way. Just joking. But Kief, I mean, I need you, man. You're the star talent. You're the heart of the entire band. If there's anything I can, pal, I'll do it. Just let me know. And you, Leadbelly, the offer's still stands."
Yeah, I'm still not interested, but I do appreciate the flattery. That waiter is taking forever.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
Henry the
Henry.
horse.
I don't think there's a monetary or proprietary or... And Kief just starts listing off Aries that would fall under the thing form that would get me to stay whenever I have my memories back and I know the injustice that has happened. I can't just sit back and play music. That's the same thing I did up there. Was just sit back and play music and watch it all happen. And just fake smile.
Henry the horse will. Yeah, he will. He'll just kind of like nod along as you're talking. He goes, "Okay, all right. I hear you. I hear you. Look, you're free to do what you want to do. I'm not saying that, but I'm imparting on to you what a deep talent and privilege it's been to work with you, and how much I want to keep that going. Okay?" And he takes out a fresh cigarette. He lights the tip on the edge of his last burning one, and then just flicks it onto the ground and stamps it out right there. As finally, "Oh, Mr. Henry the horse, are you joining them? Can I fetch you something to drink? Anything at all. It'll only take a second." He'll just say, no, thanks, hon. I was just heading out. Lot to do before the finale tonight." And as he starts puffing on this new cigarette, he'll kind of like half take off, turn away. Then he turns back to you guys over your drinks laid before you. He says, "Oh, by the way, Kief, Brown's not the only one we can't find. You seen Bailey at all? He's nowhere to be found. None of the other clowns know where he's at."
And Kief, with like the Luffy expression, like whistling and everything. Huh? What?
All you
He's
say is,
missing?
huh?
It's huh? Whistles a few lines and says, "What? He's missing too?"
Oh my word. I'm I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna need a deception check if that is verbatim what you're gonna say.
Let's go.
Oh wow.
It's better than I
Nice
thought it
rolls
would
so
be.
far tonight.
I saw
19.
I saw the green. I was thinking I was gonna see a red right after.
Getting the Christmas.
They don't, in my experience, they usually trick you and come like 2 or 3 apart, unfortunately, but maybe let's not manifest it. So far, so great from Kief. 19 is going to clear that, and he'll just nod and go, yeah, I don't know. Mr. Mantang told me something about it when I got back this morning. I don't know. They can't find him. If you see him, just, I don't know. Let us know, I guess.
Wait,
They're worried
Mr.
about
Mantang
him.
was here? Wait, don't leave. Mr. Mantang was here?
Yeah, he was waiting for me at the North Gate, but I don't know where he's at now. That was hours ago.
Well, June couldn't find, or not June. Who was it last session that couldn't find Mr. Mantang after he had walked off of doing the opening?
I thought it was a few of you, at least you and Leadbelly and I'm kind of forgetting too, but I remember it was at least you guys.
Was it the assistant that Kiryu was raising up?
I think that could be right too. Yeah,
I
I
thought I
skimmed through
remember
the
someone
VOD, but
telling
I
us.
missed that part. Yeah, we'll just say it was. We'll say it was her that went off to go find him in the back.
My Discord crashed. I'm back now. I thought it was her who had said it, but she was preoccupied with Kiryu the entire time, so I don't think it would have been her.
Well, just keep your eye out. It's no big deal to me, but we don't want to leave him behind, you know? Hope he's not in trouble, I guess.
Yeah,
And with that, Henry the horse is going to take off unless there are any other final words from y'all.
No. I'm going to drink some of the coffee and be like, this is terrible.
No. Here. Because you wouldn't bring coffee without bringing, I'm assuming, milk or creamer, and there's sugar packets.
Yeah, there's a whole little tray there, some sugar.
Oh, now I see. This is much better.
Here, take a few of these and give them to your dog.
Oh, hell yeah. The sugar packets, that's a good idea, actually.
Oh, I was assuming they were sugar cubes.
Oh, yes. You know, it reminds me, I was on Torino after we got separated, and they used to drink this really, really bad, like, mushroom tea in the morning. I don't know how they did it, because every time I drank it, I would lose myself for hours.
Torino?
Oh, it was awesome, Kief. It was awesome. The giant birds everywhere. They were really cool. The other people didn't like them, but I loved them.
I don't think I would like them. If they're giant for you.
Well, yeah, they are giant for me too. And like Leadbelly, like starts, you can see him like using his hands, and he's like, okay, yeah. They were giant for me.
He starts adding Hana hands on top of Hana hands, and it just extends outside the restaurant. He's like, yeah, they might be a little bit big.
Yeah, they were pretty big. Oh, we gotta visit though. You would love it. And they wouldn't eat you, don't worry. You're too small for them to eat. They only eat things that are like regular people size. That's why they liked me. I was too big, so like once they stopped trying to eat me, I was good.
Oh no.
We lost Mikey for a second.
Mikey.
Like and
Let's
subscribe,
go.
folks. He'll be back. All right. Welcome to the SBS corner.
No, we can't do that.
Do you guys have a
No, we
question?
can't. Ragnar's not here yet.
We couldn't do it without Ragnar. We can't do it without Mikey. We can't do it without Ragnar.
There he is.
I had this typed up earlier, and I'm gonna go ahead and send so I could type up other stuff later. But you can respond whenever. It's not relevant right now, I don't believe.
In case you missed it, Mikey, we just had a small conversation about Leadbelly's time on Torino. Nothing like too spicy, just him talking about the giant birds. Oh, you're lighting up green, but I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Check. Am
Dexter.
I back now?
Hey, there he is.
Sexy man.
It totally shut down my mic app as well, and I didn't think to check that. My bad. All right. Yeah. Could you go over that conversation a little bit specifically, like what about the
I was
birds?
talking. I told him that I when I drank the coffee and it was bitter, it reminded me of a mushroom tea that the people of Torino drank in the mornings, and that it would make me like basically trip, but they would be fine. And then I told him about the giant birds. Kief said he wouldn't like the giant birds. And I said none of the people
Because
there
if
did.
if they were giant to him, that meant that they were massive. And he's like, no, well, they might not be that big. And then he starts growing out hands to see how big they are, and then he realizes how big they were.
Yeah, and I was
Gotcha.
like, oh, yeah.
Well, my apologies for my internet crapping out, because I would have said, Kief, you actually know that one of those birds are on exhibit at the Animals and Exotics section of the circus.
Oh, wait, they were that big? There's
Yeah,
one
the
that's
one you-
almost that big. No, that was to Leadbelly. There's one that's
Gotcha. Yeah.
almost
Sorry.
that big that's on exhibit here, not at
On
the
exhibit?
restaurant.
What does
But
exhibit mean?
well, it's like you walk up. There's something that's on a stand, so people could walk up and see it. You just gotta go walk up and see it. Come on, we'll do that after we eat.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Above table, if I feel like this bird is in captivity at all, I'm gonna fucking free it. Like,
Let's
Okay,
go.
fair enough.
Oh,
Before we see,
I'm
Oh my God.
that it's dead on display.
yeah, I hope you guys like those depressing zoos where the animals just bob their heads and walk in circles.
Oh no!
oh,
no!
no!
Just jokes. Just jokes.
Is it not
Uh,
alive? Because this would actually change what Kief would
No,
say to
it's
Leadbelly.
alive. You know it's alive.
Oh, Kief would tell Leadbelly that it is alive and that it might be being held here against its will.
And I'll chime in again off of your knowledge of the bird, and your. Actually, you know what? Let's kind of roll for it. You're kind of thinking about it, maybe for the first time. Can you roll me an animal handling check, just flat?
They're actually decent at those.
Oh yeah. 16 is pretty good. That makes the DC. You, by your metric, the bird is very happy. It doesn't really seem to be. It's in captivity. It's on exhibit, but it doesn't seem to want for anything. can fly. It can eat. It has plenty of food. Seems comfortable.
Leadbelly, it's being held here against its will. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Food.
No.
In an alternate reality.
Leadbelly, it's fine. It's got protection here. It's got food. It's got a place where it can lay down. It may not have freedom, but it's safe.
I think I have to see what you're seeing to understand a bit better.
We'll go.
Yeah.
And where's that waitress?
Yeah.
Because Kief picked up on whenever we sat there and ordered. We waited for at least 2 minutes because he smoked a whole cigarette and then lit another one before she came back with her. And then asked if he wanted anything and then said, it'll be just a second, which means that she didn't care enough about us. But, oh yeah, I'll go grab the owner a drink real quick. Not even the owner of the entire circus, the owner of the club.
Yeah, them's the breaks, as they say. It's the hierarchy of fame. Henry the Horse is like Mr. Mantang's Bob Evans.
He asked Leadbelly
Down on the farm.
Coffee.
You're gonna ask Leadbelly what?
If it's fresh coffee.
I can't tell. It's my
Yeah, I
first
was gonna
coffee.
say I don't really know even how to like potentially roll for that because you don't have a frame of reference.
Oh no, I'm just it's entirely just keep being like, if it took that long, at least it should be freshly brewed.
True enough.
That's why I keep with asking that. But yeah, we're kind of just at this point waiting for food to come and then to go over there to the animals and exotics.
Yeah, while you guys wait on your server, I'm gonna pull us over to the belly boat. I'm gonna catch up. Sorry about that internet outage. I meant to switch it over there as Kiryu, I've forgotten about y'all. Little recap on where we left you guys last time before we return here. You guys got a nice long rest, so make sure you have those buttons clicked. It's a little later on into the morning. We'll say about 10:30 or so here. Same time that Leadbelly and Kief have just sat and had their conversation with Henry the Horse, so times are kind of matched up now as you guys behold the newspaper with all these headlines, most of which are originating from the chaos over the last few days at Port Gorko, part of which is due to your activities there, as well as the stack of bounties, mostly.
Mikey?
Yeah, hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you just went silent.
You cut out at stack of bounty poster.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys are gathered there around the newspaper that I believe Arthur was holding, as well as the bounties. Just kind of taking all that in.
Well, at least I don't have to worry about people recognizing me.
I mean, it's always better to not have a price on your head, because, like, what if you want to go to the bar and get a drink with your lady? Tour. How'd that work out for you?
Well, it worked out great. Pretty much.
Oh, so you scored?
I got a second date. Yeah,
But
the end was
You
kind
got
of
to
chaotic.
second base? Nice. And Squint just kind of
Well,
like
no,
holds
no,
up
no,
his
no,
hand,
no.
waiting for a
What the
dap.
hell's a second date? Why are you having a second date on a one-night stand? I don't think you understand how numbers work, Kiryu. One night means one. You don't go back again. Then she's gonna
Well-
realize what's wrong with you and think she can fix you. She can make you better. And they, Kiryu, you gotta let her down gently. You can't just break this girl's heart. I mean, you think we're just gonna live the rest of our lives out here? Have you get married? Leadbelly's gonna sing the ensemble and church bells? Hey, just ain't how it works.
We're still gonna be here for at least 1 day, so
Oh my god.
Yeah, and
It is-
this Spenny is kind of like holding his broken lip in place, and he's like, "Yeah, and he is a first mate. I mean, I'm sure of ladies."
Yeah, but like, yeah, first mate, but like, you can't. You can't. Your first mate needs to mate. You know what I'm saying? Do it. Do it. Oh well. Anyway,
He knows what's up,
Yeah.
and Squint just kind of tosses his arm around you, Arthur. Yeah.
oh yeah, I know what you know. One night stands are for one night. You can't just be a heartbreaker. You gotta let her down gently. Kiryu.
Oh my word.
well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? We're still gonna be here for at least 1 day.
But yeah, and we're also. I don't know if you lost sight of the goal, but we're also going to be destroying the establishment of the clowns that she works at.
Yeah.
And, well, we're
And she's
out
not
there
gonna have a
fighting
job.
clowns.
Spenny will he'll furrow his brow at that. He goes, whoa. I still wanted to check it out. Don't destroy it before I get a chance to check out all the exhibits now.
You
We are not
can
gonna
be checking
dis-
it out while we're taking it down, but like you got realistically keep this in mind, right?
Wait,
We're gonna be
we are
out
not-
there fighting clowns, fighting pirates, and then you're gonna be out there trying to get laid. You should have
Fuck.
gotten laid the first night.
Well, somebody had to ruin it at the end.
I didn't ruin nothing. I came
Yeah,
back and I
you
saved
were
the shit,
here.
remind you.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
were here. I'm
How-
not blaming you.
Oh, okay. I was making sure. I'm just quick to assume the whole world revolves around me, because it does.
We're sure it is, Mr. Gravity.
Yeah. So
Squint will he'll point at the paper and say, what's it say about us exactly?
it says, Squint, you are a traitor, and you are going to betray us and kill us. Oh wait, that was my journal and diary. Hold on, let me get the bounty out, and I'll look at the bounty.
Arthur, how can I prove this to you? I am a loyal Leadbelly pirate till the day I die. Don't you worry
Listen, man.
about it. I'm your comrade.
Listen, I read Romeo and Juliet, and ain't nobody trusts Mercutio in that story till the very end. All right, you got a long ways to go. You're more of like a Capulet or a Manigue, whatever them things are. But
Oh, is this that pleasant little story with the gnomes? I love that one.
no. The gnomes, that's so white. She had like 7 gnomes and then little fellers.
No, I
There's Dopey.
distinctly remember Romeo and Juliet. Lovely little story.
No, that's a spinoff. Gnomes. Wait, they made one with gnomes? Gnomeo. Oh, you're thinking of Snow White. There's Dopey, there's Happy, there's Sappy, there's Trappy. We don't like Trappy.
I like Trappy. What's wrong with that?
He's always like, oh, guy. He's like Fred from Scooby Doo. He's always like, oh, guys, we gotta make a trap, and then it never works out for him. Like Trappy is more like a dummy, big old dummy. But Dopey, I like Dopey. He's just like, hey guys, I'm chill, I'm Dopey. Anyway, these bounties said that we killed Turner. Now I quite clearly remember we have not. Turner has a bigger bounty than us, so obviously he's not dead. But I still need to kill him. So
There is that one bounty for Turner. The paper there says in that just skimming through the third article, Pirate Panic at Gorko, you can kind of make out a little list focused on you guys in particular. And as you hold it out, you see number 1, Leadbelly, captain of the Sakura pirates, responsible for the deaths of many Marines, likely killed Bronze Killian, highly dangerous man, dubious origins, no prior knowledge known, likely wields a devil fruit. Rumors suggest he currently captains a stolen Roshuan vessel. Wanted, and this is kind of significant from the rest of y'all's, alive or dead for there over 7 million berry bounty. Next one down is Iron Mitch Johnson, defamed wrestler Portal Man, responsible for many Marines' deaths as well as the murder of an elderly resident of Port Gorko, wielder of the portal fruit, and a trained wrestler. Citizens are advised not to engage with Johnson. Next one is you,
Yo,
Arthur.
Glory, look, he's got to be alive. We got his picture right here. I'm going to keep it real close to my chest. I'm going to keep it on me at all times. Oh, I miss you, Mitch. Oh, Mitch, I miss you.
That thing where she sort of props her front legs up on you and she stretches one of her paws up and kind of like ruffles Mitch's bounty poster.
Oh. Next up is Arthur.
Yes, next is Arthur Morgan, bounty hunter turned violent pirate. Bounty hunter known across many requisitions offices. Last heard to be pursuing Turnkey Turner. A gunslinger with an incredibly quick draw. Highly skilled. Wanted dead or alive at 6 million. The next one down is, in quotes, the beast, and then a, in quotes again, strange shadow creature. Only confirmed in Gorko, by the Marine survivors of the battle against the Sakura pirates. Editor's note. The existence of such a creature is unsubstantiated. More than likely, the beast is a byproduct of Leadbelly's devil fruit ability. Wanted for any information only over 3 million berries. And yeah, that picture on there is a rough illustrated rendition of the Marine eyewitness reports. That's like a little subtext under his bounty there on the paper. And then you've got Elder Squints, which I can read if you guys want, but I'll stick to only our players here, but there is information on the rest. Elder Squint, the Tweedle brothers, and then next down is Kiryu. Kiryu is listed as a master thief, largely separate from the fight at Navy Square, but did assist with the Sakura pirates' escape. Reported by many to have assailed Port Gorko throughout the rest of the night, stealing chiefly money. And, most notably here on your description, Kiryu, has a prosthetic right arm and wields a deadly katana.
That motherfucker.
There's also some information for the Fishman as well, which I'll hold off from reading, but that is there, that all being in like a bulleted list. Included with that article.
All right, no offense to you, Squint. Maybe some offense, but how did you get a bounty? And good old Spinny here. Look at Spinny. He's literally falling apart. He's giving tooth and limb for us. And these Marine, I should go have a word with them. I'm actually a little outraged. Spinny, you want a bounty, don't you?
Not really. I'm kind of content not having one.
Yeah, I'm kind of content on not listening to what you're saying about this. You're getting a bounty. Come on, Kiryu, let's go find these Marine assholes.
Well, you can go ahead with that. I'm good.
All right. Arthur, as soon as he says that, he's like, and I'm also going to talk to them about, like, oh, damn, we were definitely going to go raid that place, and then we didn't. And then hey, Kiryu, actually, we might have fucked up. I'm just coming to the realization that,
yeah,
we told those Marines they needed to be good men. but nothing went down last night. So either reinforcements are coming, or they were just gonna let these people die.
Yeah, who knows? Or maybe they
Well,
were on break. They just didn't care.
If you
We
guys are
should-
talking about the Marines inside Mr. Manting's walls, they have no jurisdiction in Mr. Manting's circus. The
Yeah.
chief authority are the clowns.
Yes, he.
yeah, well, I mean, for all intents and purposes, we should definitely Marine jurisdiction. What does a Marine's duty, Kiryu? Do you know?
To catch
Let's
Marines,
toss out,
no, not catch Marines, to protect the public.
Yeah, and to kiss
It
fellow
is.
Marines.
It is to protect the lives and properties of the citizens of the world who are guided under their protection. And as much as I don't agree with what they consider property or what they consider to be protected, these people still have lives. These people still need protection. And while we can't be here constantly to give it to them, we have to trust that there are men out there who are willing to want to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And I want to believe that maybe if we are gonna, if shit is going to hit the fan, I hope someone in the Marines would be willing to pick up after us.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not
Ooh.
really our job.
Elder Squint kind of leans on his back foot now. He crosses his arms and goes, "Well, that's an interesting philosophy, Arthur."
Well, I'm a bounty hunter. You know, you turn bounties in. You get the bad guys, and the good guys deal with them. I don't necessarily have to be a good guy, but I don't need to be. I don't have to necessarily make the world a worse place off. And I think as long as you're free, as long as you're able to live a free life without the worry of having your life taken from you at some point, well, that's a life worth living, ain't it?
I suppose I would drink to that. The world a whole lot better.
Man, where'd Tao Connors go? That guy fucking leave?
Yeah. He was already part of our crew. He was just tagging along.
Yeah, there for the Fishman. That was another one that didn't have a photo attached to it, though. And the blurb on that bulleted list is like the least fleshed out of all. They did place a pretty hefty bounty on him of 10 million right off the bat. And actually, one of the bullet points will stand out to you, Arthur. It lists the Fishman as perhaps acts as the true leader of the Sakura pirates.
If anyone's suspected to be the true leader, it better be Kiryu. What the hell? All right, we really need to set these fellas straight.
Well, seeing that I'm not even part of Marines' problems, like I don't really have a bounty. The bounty is my brother's. I basically don't exist for them.
Well, sure, it is saying some contradictory statements to what you did that night, but you do recognize rather that they did at least get right that you were there for the escape from Navy Square. They did place you there correctly in this description, so it's not all incorrect.
Yeah. But nobody's gonna come to me and based on that description.
Fair enough. Maybe.
You know, they might come at you. You never know. Maybe they might think I'm Mitch. Eric, do it.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. All right. So what's the plan? What are we doing? We're just standing here with our thumbs in our ass.
I'm pretty hungry. Like I could eat a horse.
All right. Well,
As
get
you
over
guys
here,
sit
Lead
there,
Horse.
I actually already had Lead Horse coming up. I obviously have no way of knowing you would say that. Right after you say that, you'll hear Lead Horse kind of
Kiryu,
clock up.
I'm not saying eat the horse. Put your sword down.
I'm
We're
saying I
ride
could
The
the
eat
horse
horse.
is like panting.
I'm gonna ride the horse because I think in Mitch's honor and memory. Me and you could probably take care of this. The captain's doing whatever with that Mookie feller, but I say we go kill some wrestlers who think they're wrestling, but they ain't wrestling unless you're wrestling with Mitch. And since Mitch is preoccupied with interdimensional combat, I say we just go kill him. Straight up,
Who?
the wrestlers.
The wrestler?
Oh my. You're talking about the ones from Big
Let me
Town?
pull up the map real quick. Let me pull up this map. You look right here. This is where the circus is. Me and Mitch, we were walking our way to go fight these other wrestlers because Mitch was like, "Oh yeah, brother, I'm Iron Mitch, and I'm gonna go kill these wrestlers." And I was like, "Hell yeah, Mitch, we're gonna go kill these wrestlers." And then Lemon Demon guy came out and tried to grab me, and I wasn't about that. Mitch grabbed him. I went through the portal. And then I came back here, and then la-di-da-di-da. But we should go kill these wrestlers, because you can't be a wrestler if you don't declare Mitch as your king. And since Mitch ain't their king, just go kill him. Problem solved.
Well, I'm not really interested in that.
All right, Spenny, let's go. Me and you got this.
Yeah, you got
Squint, you want in on this?
And Squint will reply first. He'll be like, he'll say, I'm gonna hang here at the circus, help the boss out with his plans, whatever he wants to do. Probably head back in here in a second. Think that ticket still works today. By good luck.
What if we don't? Oh, Spenny, I actually have a much better plan than killing them. Come on, we're gonna go talk. We're gonna talk with our words and such.
Could I get an active perception?
Oh, with a +8,
Ooh.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it'll go undetected. Spenny is going to kind of walk after, not really keeping a hefty pace, but as you head toward the edge of the ship, Lead Horse is going to come and head you off, and he is panting, slavering from his open mouth, really bad. He's kind of lolling his head back and forth, snuffling.
Oh, here, Lead Horse. I have these 2 lemon wedges left. There might be a man in them, but you can eat them. I'm going to give him the rest of my lemon wedges that I stole from that bar.
He's going to inch his nose forward and like sniff at your hand and just kind of like his face like twists up and like looks disgusted as he like just goes and just like kind of clops away from you over here. Just like shit. All
right,
and then all of a sudden he'll gallop over onto the beach, onto the side, kind of stumbles as he lands.
Hey, all right, Spenny, we can get that horse. We're not gonna make it in time if we're not riding a horse. I'll explain the plan to you on the way. We gotta go. I'm running after the horse.
Glory runs as well, and to come up here right to the edge and say, I mean, there's only one horse. Why don't you be our forward party and we'll all come and back you up like we always do?
Spenny, if I die, the captain's gonna put it on you. You're gonna be fucked. Get with it.
Throw me out a... Yeah, a persuasion check, please. Not a very high DC. Yeah, 14. 14 will clear it. He just kind of grits his teeth, looks over his shoulder to the left, and then looks back at your shoulder and thinks, okay, I'm coming. But I am serious. Two of us are not going to fit on this horse.
You're fast. You'll keep up. Actually, I'm faster than you. You ride the horse. I'll sprint. And, but the plan is, you hear me out, right? Wrestlers, as we remember Mitch saying, are performers. And Mitch went along with this plan just for the for record, so that, like, you don't think I'm crazy or nothing. Wrestlers are performers. And what do performers hate more than other performers who think they're better than performing than them? That's right. We're going to talk to the wrestlers, and we're going to make the wrestlers raid the clown. Yeah, you see? I'm a genius.
So we're hecklers.
We're heckling, and we're telling them, oh man, cigarettes are really getting to me. Like tuberculosis.
Oh, geez, no.
We're gonna convince the wrestlers that the clowns are trash talking them, and the wrestlers are gonna go, and the wrestlers are gonna kill the clown. It's a foolproof plan. Me and Mitch thought so, and then Lemon Guy grabbed us. But no way we run into Lemon Guy twice.
Well, I sure hope so. He seemed to have you scared. And as Spenny gets on Lead Horse's knees just sort of buckle, and he rears up with a neigh and tosses Spenny from the saddle before Spenny can even get his feet in the stirrups.
To it. You in the horse, boy. Oh, we gotta get that horse. It's running away. Oh, God.
Yeah, the horse heads off inland toward the dense forest there. As Spenny has the wind knocked out of him, kind of glares at you as you laugh, but he doesn't say anything beyond that. He just picks himself up, dusts himself off.
All right. I'm sprinting. I'm going after that horse.
Yes, Squint will come up to the edge of the boat, too, at that, and he'll say, "You better not let the captain's horse run off like that, boys. Get!"
I'm fast. Look at this. And with roving, I just break into a full sprint, and I'm just like, I'm gone.
Spenny groans, and he's got a slightly accelerated speed, so he's able to at least keep a few, like we'll say, like 10, 15 feet behind you as he and Glory follow your lead. With the belly boat a moment, Squint. Those crazy kids. I'm glad we've got a level-headed first mate, sir.
Yeah. Well, I'm off too.
I'm with you today. No sense staying here on the ship with all the excitement going on.
Yeah. And I jump off to ride my my board.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that. I should have realized. Yeah, okay.
But do I have a date? How about that with that?
Where is it? Didn't we have on your sheet the board?
What, the description of the ability?
Yeah.
I don't think so, but yeah, let me add it right now.
Okay, you still got it though. I think since you haven't used it in a day, I forget the rule off the top of my head, and I'm trying to find it in my docs now. But
Yeah, let me read out them.
it's been a little bit, so you should at least have like a minute.
Yeah, I barely used it. Yeah, found it.
Hey, nice.
Then let me add it to my sheet.
I guess. You used it to get to Port Gorko, I believe, which would technically not make it a full 2 days, but I'm almost tempted to, since I missed it that time, I don't even think we referred to this that time. I'm almost tempted to
Yeah.
just bring that down to 1 day of use, since we haven't visited. So go ahead and toss out that D20.
Let's see. Damn, let's go.
Wow. No penalties
and
since it's
also
been
I
that
added
full
to my
day, so
sheet.
nice.
Yeah, also, what time is my date?
Let's say well before the finale, like an hour and a half. It takes place at 7:30 tonight. Let's say you guys set your date for like 4:30.
Yeah, alright. Then I'm just gonna go sightsee. Maybe check out that animal exposition.
Nice. You you leave Elder Squint there, pretty in the proverbial dust, I guess, in the wake of your
Yeah.
surfboard, and take off down the beach toward the circus. I'll take us back here, kind of redo where everybody is at a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna bring us back over to Cruins. We'll say you guys are finishing up your plates of food now. It was a really good breakfast. Feel free to describe what you got if you like.
I had the eggs or not, and it tasted like old legends. It also came with a little pamphlet that had like little previews for his stories on it. I couldn't read it.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Also, you read it to him.
Let's
Are
go.
you going? Oh, you read it to him. Okay.
Yeah. Kief had what is not very commonly made, but he knows the chef here, and the chef hooked him up with a fully loaded omelet.
Very nice. Very nice. There. Finishes his last cup of coffee, walks past you guys in your booth, just kind of gives you a little nod. He says, "Enjoy the rest of your day." He'll head off.
You as well.
You too.
Kief, I'm kind of curious. Give you guys a little chance to craft a little bit of the lore as well. Tell me, maybe read like a tiny excerpt of what you imagine the pamphlet might say.
Oh, for Louis Arno. This is gonna be Keith impersonating what he thinks Louis Arno would sound like, because he's gonna be reading it in his voice, air quotes. So.
Also my mistake. It'll be this pamphlet will be about a Jean-Luc Arnaud. My bad. But some basic history. I mean, he's another just explorer, same as Louis. He had the quote from our very first session as well, above table.
Could you whisper me that quote? Because I will read that out on the pamphlet, but I'll start off and be like, well, it says here that he was a great adventurer. He has written 4 bestsellers so far. He's about to be publishing his 13th book. Seems like they have an excerpt from it as well.
What's that excerpt? You know, just read whatever it says.
Wealth, fame, power. These are ideals our world is built upon. Ideals people strive in the name of success for. Ideals our systems rely on. Yet I find there is more to life. Laughter and romance. And above all else, the promise of the next island.
I like that.
Your server comes up as you're saying that, and he just kind of chuckles. He goes, "Yeah, the kids get a laugh out of this stuff. They all want to be explorers after they read about the Arnauds." Can I get you guys anything else? Refill on coffee? Anything?
No, I'll have no more of your disgusting black water. I don't want any more of that. That was gross. Even with the sugar and stuff, my body just feels jittery.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. You don't like the effects of caffeine?
Who? Is it a devil fruit user?
Huh? You okay, mister?
What?
You been hit on the head?
I was.
A few times, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I would comp it for you, but actually your meal has been taken care of, paid for by a very kind gentleman who asked to remain anonymous.
Oh.
But you guys are covered up unless you'd like anything else.
Well, if you see this Mr. Anonymous again, tell him we said thank you.
Will do.
Weird name.
Will do. Absolutely. Yes, very, very, very kind and generous. He was a sweet guy. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Did Keith recognize that old guy?
You feel free to roll me a history, but
Nope.
Unfortunately, nowhere close. You have no idea who that could have been.
Yeah. But
you do recognize him from the club last night on an 8. I'll give you that at least. He was there watching y'all's performance the entire time. Nobody interacted with them, but he was there at Henry the Horses the whole night.
Okay. I'd assume so, because he was talking about how we had killed it, essentially. But, Kief could put together through context that that guy was the one who paid for our meal.
Sure. Yeah. If you like brought that up to the server, he would just kind of like flash his hands and be like, "Nah, I can't say. He asked me not to, but you are taken care of. That's for sure."
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
Hey, take care, Keith. I'll see you up there tonight at the big top. Good luck. Or break a leg. Sorry.
Let's go see this bird. I wonder if I know him. I didn't like that laugh, Mikey.
As you guys head out from the restaurant, check in with Kiryu real quick. How are you going to come into the circus today? Because last time you and Arthur kind of snuck in.
Don't I have a ticket by now? Did I get one?
You do not have a ticket.
Ah, shit.
You and Arthur never got a ticket. That's why Bailey.
What?
That's why Bailey's dead, yes.
Well, yeah, the big boss of the security dead. I guess there should be some kind of I don't know, blind spot in the defense, in the guards. I guess.
Yeah, you'll remember they've got a clown guard posted pretty much like every 10 feet along the perimeter of the outside wall.
Yeah.
If as you're passing, if you obviously you have you have your powers as well, but if you would want to roll an active perception, you
Yep.
can, to see if there's anything that stands out of any sort. Yeah, to 13, you're going pretty fast there on your board, nearing this main shore entrance over here. Nothing really standing out too much. It's that same long circling wall. No guards seem to be out of place. Even if they are, they're kind of like shifting down and around just to keep that watch from the look of things where you're at.
I see.
But you'll recall from last time, you guys kind of like caused a ruckus further down the line, and it rounded the clowns to go investigate something to give you guys a moment's respite. Not saying that will surefire work again if that's the route you want to take, but just a little refresher of how you guys did it last time. But you did have Arthur as well to give you a boost up and over the wall. Remember that.
Yeah. Well, shit. And I guess
I'll
I
pull
don't
us over to
really...
this map too.
Yeah, I guess I don't have anything, any knowledge of what happened last night. Well, I guess I'm gonna see the bear. I guess what's the deal.
As you pass that kid, he's gonna go, hey, mister, are you going into the circus?
Well, yeah.
Oh man, it's the last day. I really wanted to check it out, but Mom didn't have enough money to get himself.
Well, that's rough.
Yeah. If you end up checking it out, will you let me know how it is? It's the last day. It's supposed to be the best one.
Well, yeah. Actually, I kind of I brought my voice down. I said to the kid I lost my ticket too. Maybe I can sneak you into.
Oh no, you're gonna have to buy another ticket. That stinks.
Nah, I don't buy tickets.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, you'll see. For now, why not come with me?
Where are we going?
See the bear.
Oh, okay, cool. His name is Rex.
Nice. Yeah, stand too.
Kid's
Stay
kind of
look-
like running around your feet as you guys head that way, sort of like a minor nuisance as he runs up. He's like, Brett, this guy wants to check out Rex. And he runs up to this as the bear. The bear is like massive. It's like about 10 feet tall, but it's also like really like kind of blubbery. It's got a lot of paunch. This guy is on like a stump. He's eating like a turkey leg for breakfast, and he is a pretty portly fellow as well. But he'll look up from his meal and go, "Hey, yep, hey, come on down. We call this the appetizer."
I see.
He's gonna like finish up his bite, toss the kind of wipes his greasy fingers off on his vest, and he displays his bear next to him. He goes, "Behold, my most prized possession, which even Mr. Mantang could not claim. Rex."
Well, I'm gonna look at the
Just got that
bear,
all-
see what. What's
Okay.
the deal? Like, yeah, can I
I
touch
mean,
it?
on first view, as he displays the bear, it just kind of like is munching on its own little like haunch of meat. Looks more like a looks at you kind of
You're breaking up
unsafe.
real bad.
Oh my goodness. So sorry, y'all. I think it's just my internet today that's coming in and out. I don't have that much open, but the bear is like munching on a big haunch of like ox thigh. It looks at you, it grunts. You can feel free to touch it if you like, Kiryu.
Yeah, sure.
Just sort of keeps eating as where you pet it or touch its arm or whatever you end up doing. It just kind of looks at you from the corner of its eye, but that's about it.
Interesting.
As you do that, the kid is actually going to climb onto the bear's back, just like grabbing at tufts of fur to haul himself up. The bear doesn't seem to mind.
I see. It's really tamed.
Yeah, the kid stands on top of Rex's head. Kind of splays his arms and legs out. He goes, "I'm king of the world!" Just kidding. Then he like hugs the bear's head.
Not what I
Hey,
expected.
Brett. You're gonna what?
I'm saying not what I expected from the bear.
Yeah, the bear is even greasier than the man is, as it's just like tearing through shreds of delicious looking charred meat, admittedly. He's kind of like bobbing his head as he chews, but the kid is holding on tight. He looks down at Brett. He goes, "Hey, Brett, this guy says he's going to get in without a ticket."
Don't tell him that.
Oh, really? What is he? Some kind of magician like Mr. Mantang? And Brett just kind of walks up to you, kind of visibly intrigued now.
Well, you can say that. Well, I did have a little contest with the magician last night.
Oh yeah, what do they call him? King Magic or something silly. Yeah, magic's cool and all, but I want to check out the animal exhibit. I tried to get them to let Rex here in. He's one of the biggest Roshuan bears on this island, but they said I just overfed him. You believe that? These people don't know real talent. They're a world-traveling circus, and they don't know real talent when it screams in their face.
Yeah, I know. It's such a shame.
So what's the skinny? How you gonna get in? I'd really hate to miss out on the finale tonight. It's all anybody's talking about.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about that. Well, anyway, I still, if anything, later today I could have a guaranteed way, but right now I have to come up with something. I'm down to take any ideas.
I don't know. I tried everything. I tried exchanging, guard duty for a night of fun in the circus. Like I said, I tried to get Rex here into the animal exhibit, but they were too snooty about it. They didn't want him because all he did was sit there. So what? He's massive. Look at him.
Yeah. Yeah, even with a bear, that's even harder to think in. I don't think he doesn't even fit in the front door.
Well, yeah, but they got ways of doing that. They're made of magic here. It's like real magic, some of it, right?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What, you think they're faking it?
Well, every magic trick it's a trick after all, has a scheme behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say there's a good degree of truth to that, actually. I didn't think about that. You kind of just think circus, magic, clowns,
Yeah.
Huh. Kind of takes the allure out of the place, though, don't it? Kind of just a big place with wood walls, if there's no magic.
Not really. Like we pretty much have to focus on the people with talent, like the entertainers and stuff like that. The animals.
Well, yeah, I'd love to see their collection. I mean, I heard they even got the great big lizards, like that. That's pretty crazy.
Interesting.
They definitely got one of those Goyu birds. I really want to check him out. I've never seen one in person before. A Roshuan bear. Could have added Rex to the ranks, but like I said, fat.
Nah, he's not fat.
Well, you come up with a clever idea. I'd be happy to leave Rex here on his own for a little bit. As long as I cook up some meat, that'll be fine. But I want to get in those walls. I want to see that finale with my own eyes. It's all you hear about. Mr. Mantangs, Mr. Mantangs. Everybody from Samba said that is the part of the circus you need to see.
Yeah. I heard the same things.
Even if there's no magic, I bet there's good fireworks or something.
Yeah, and good music. The most important part.
Yeah, I hear you there. I like music. I like music. I like wrestling more. I don't think they got any wrestling here at Mr. Mantang's.
Yeah, who knows? And then I think about Arthur. Well, there's gonna be some kind of wrestling. Actually, I kind of have an idea. And I'm gonna go talk to this clown. Well, hello there.
With a like a half rifle in hand. It's kind of draped in the crook of his elbow. He looks at you as you come up. His expression gets a little more stern behind that paint mask on his face. He goes, "What's going on? What do you need?"
Yeah, I don't have to be that tense. Actually, I want to talk with the boss if that's if I can. Is some
You want to talk to the boss?
Yeah.
Who do you mean, pal?
yeah, the big guy.
The big
Some
guy.
security concerns. I want to talk about it.
You talking about Captain Bailey?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Hey! He turns and looks at this clown over here, whistles at him. He comes trotting up. This clown you're talking to initially says, "Stand here for me a second." Clown obliges. He looks back at you and says, "Follow."
Wait. I'm gonna turn to the kid and say, "Come." I nod my head. To come with me.
Oh, okay. He's kind of looking back over his shoulder at you. He'll slide down the bear's back onto the sand. How are you envisioning this as he runs your way?
Well, yeah, he's with me, so if the clown has something, he's just my big little
This
brother.
kid is with you.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because this kid's been here the whole 3 days we've been stationed here. Kid, do you know this guy? And roll me. Just offer you a persuasion I'm going to use for this kid. Adding 9, he's just gonna look between the clown and you, Kiryu, and he nods, sort of dutifully. He nods stiffly. He says, "Yeah, he's my old cousin." Clown looks between you two. His mouth is like hanging half open. Looks at you, looks at the kid, and he goes, "Okay, come along." And he'll open this side door for you both.
Yeah, cool.
The performer's entrance, specifically. As well. The clown is going to follow you in. Shuts it behind you, stays close to you, Kiryu, and he says, "Okay, so you want to see Captain Bailey?"
Yeah.
Okay. So the
It's,
kid's going to come with us to see Captain Bailey?
Well, yeah, he can stay outside. I have to look after him. That's all.
Kid, go wait over there. He just kind of nods his head toward like this corner of the rug path.
Well, I'm gonna give him some money, and yeah, but at least let him see the something, like get some food.
Oh, how nice. How much are you going to give him?
I don't know. How much is like I think
Well, you have at least 226,777 berry on you at the moment. I think you might have more actually, because you've got 23 gold as well.
well yeah, I'm gonna think about it. Yeah, festival food is really expensive, so you're gonna give him 1,000 bellies.
Nice, very nice. Be sure to mark that on your sheet as you pass that over to the kid. His eyes light up. He's like, "Whoa, thanks, mister. Gee whiz. Why couldn't you afford a ticket?"
Shut the fuck up, little shit.
He's actually going to just take your cue at that and step off. And the clown doesn't seem to have noticed that exchange. He's just looking you up and down, really, really focused.
Yeah.
He just goes, "So, you want to tell me something you try and execute, or what?"
No, I just have to. I want to talk to the boss. Some profit matters.
Okay. Profits. Sure. Okay. Well, let me just tell you, I don't really know where the bosses are right now. Okay, it's a busy last day, day 3 top, so I can't actually help you. But hey, if he turns up, you be sure to let somebody know, okay?
All right. Sure. Thanks.
And he holds his palm out.
He was his what?
He holds out an open palm.
All right. I'm gonna shake his hand.
You are cute. I like you, man. I like you. I think. And he just as you maybe let go of his hand,
Yeah.
he keeps his palm there, facing up toward the sky. And he'll wag his fingers this time.
Oh, what?
Come on, you don't got to give me a full ticket price, but I wasn't born yesterday. Grease my palm, I scratch your back. You know how the saying goes.
Oh. Yeah. How much is the ticket? Normally?
Somewhere around 18,000 a ticket.
18,000.
Might have been 18,000 and some change.
Well, I guess I'm gonna give him. Shit. I don't wanna give him money. But... Yeah, I guess. Fuck it. 10,000. Or.
Mark that down.
Or fuck it. I'm gonna roll for it.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Roll, I guess.
I'm not giving him 16,000. Fuck that. I'm giving him 10,000.
Why don't you? Okay, sure. Yeah, you can defer to the 10, or I was even going to say you could just roll within that 10 if you want to do a 1d10.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that too. Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, give him that 10.
You'll give him 10. 10.
Yeah.
That was a pretty decent chunk of change in his pocket, or in his palm. And he just kind of stares at it. He widens his eyes a little bit. He goes, "Oh, well." He pockets it right away. He goes, Welcome to Mr. Mantang's. And like I said, you see Captain Bailey, say something. Okay?
Yeah. And can I ask he leaves, stole the money back?
Yeah, that'll be a fat sleight of hand. DC is not astronomical, but it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world. Let's see what happens.
I'm down to use some some things on that if it doesn't work. I stole my money
Oh
back.
wow!
Fuck this
No,
guy.
23 will get it. He is just a grunt clown. 23 does get it. You're able to spot that clump of bills that he just stuffed in his pocket. They're like barely peeking out, and your fingers just clamp onto the edge, and it slides out of his pocket as he heads out the door.
Let's go. And yeah, I'm gonna go see the animals.
Very nice, very nice. Leadbelly and Kief, we'll kind of say you guys are heading that way too, I imagine, at this point. As Kiryu, where did your token go? Like thereabouts. It looked like you were heading kind of that way.
Yeah.
The entrance is like right there, kind of meet in the middle. If you guys like, I would like to say that's where you'll reunite, just outside. If there's any conversation Leadbelly and Kief are having on their way, we can kind of open up that scene with that.
See, the hardest part about getting a head off is you have to get through the neck bone, right? That's the obstacle there. But the guy totally deserved it. I'm acting as if Leadbelly is telling Kief how he ended up decapitating someone.
Whenever Kiryu sees Kief and Leadbelly, he's just gonna see Kief just staring in horror at Leadbelly.
Hey, it's Kiryu.
Oh, what's up, guys?
What up?
Not much. Just had some brunch. About to go head to the animal exhibit, and then about to go look for Mr. Mantang after that.
Well, yeah, I was going there too. Let's see the animals,
Where?
guys.
To go eat
Yeah.
brunch, to go look at the animals, or to go talk to Mr. Mantang.
The fuck I care about Mr. Mantang.
Oh
The
no!
animals.
I said 3 things, and you said, "Yeah, I'm doing that too." Well, which one?
Guys, I'm gonna go see these animals.
So as you head in, you'll start out in this big purple tent, which has kind of like, it's hot and muggy in there. There are plenty of people milling about, checking things out in the open exhibits for the day. These are like the smaller creatures, stuff that can fit in tiny tanks, like almost stacked on top of one another, but it's done well. We can do rolls about any ethical treatment of animals while we're here, but just from a surface glance, things look above board, things are well put together. The walls are sort of done in this not too ornate, but it's like a tree bark fashion, and it's got little windows that peer into the exhibits for the various you guys see like there are some snakes and such coiled up, or you even see as you pass one is like devouring a big like badger looking creature. See all sorts of, like, there's a mammal exhibit, there's a little aquarium exhibit. There's one exhibit that features some of the local wildlife of Roshuan, which they have added to their collection.
I was just
Yeah.
about to ask if Kief saw any of the snakes that he saw whenever he was walking through the swamp.
You absolutely do see it's like one of the longer tanks further set back in the wall. You see another like pack of them. They look a little smaller than the ones that you fought in general. But yeah, they certainly look the same with those big like extra white mouths that they flash at each other in the tank. You also see some other ones as well, though. The snapping prawns of the Roshuan shores.
I'm distinctively looking for the giant bird.
As you guys wind your way through, there's an exit kind of leading out to the bigger animals and exhibits out here in the yard. Along that natural path, you see a good deal more to different environments as well, but mostly tropical beings. Most notably, one of the first ones you encounter is a big lizard of some sort that's got this massive plate set in its head with 3 distinct horns coming out of 2 from what seemed to be essentially its forehead, and then 1 shorter, stubbier one from its nose. And it's got this big paddock that it tramples around, just kind of munching from hay. That certainly catches all of your glances, even yours, Kief, even though you are a resident here at Mr. Manting's. This animal is particularly unusual.
That's a weird cat.
That's a
Are you-
lizard.
That's a
How is
wizard?
that?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. That's a lizard.
No, he doesn't have a beard.
Yet.
Exactly.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, no, but it's not a cat.
No, it's a wizard. That's what Kiryu just said.
I'm cracking myself.
Do you think this guy's happy here? I'd like to roll to see how they're treating this lizard. If he looks content.
Please go right ahead.
What do you want me to hit it with?
It'll be just an animal handling. That'll
Oh,
be
great. I'm so good at those. Ah, not too bad this time. Awesome. Fuck yeah. That's the first good animal handling I've ever rolled.
Yeah, I mean, off that, off of 17 on that roll, you don't really see anything out of the ordinary in terms of like unethical treatment of this animal. You know, it is in the most objective definition in captivity for sure, but its paddock is long and wide. This animal exhibit is massive. It takes up this whole essentially corner of the circus. There's plenty of room even for these larger animals that have to be housed outside in the open air. And I mean, he's got like, you see a few dung piles over in the corner, but it seems pretty, you figure it must have been well maintained. The water troughs are plentiful and all filled to the brim. Plenty of hay bales set around to act as its food. It just kind of glances at you guys too. It's just munching food lazily and kind of enjoying the hot sun as the day heats up.
Look at him lounge in the sun. Just like every cat you've ever seen, though, right? So I get that he's a wizard, but what if he's a cat wizard?
Yeah, probably you're right. Be careful,
I'm gonna,
to fire something at you.
I hope not. We better keep looking for the bird then. And I'm gonna start walking away like nervously, like looking back at the lizard.
Nice. As you guys continue up here in a second. But as you pass another guy looking at this lizard exhibit, he goes, pretty impressive set of animals they've got here. I like it. You guys' first time? He waves a finger at you, dressed in his long gray suit and trench coat, kind of sweeps to the ground. He's got a little like fedora type hat on his head.
Yeah, you can say that.
I worked here.
Oh, yeah. Think I saw you last night, kid. You too. Yeah, you guys were both up on stage, weren't you? He reaches his hand out to you. Nick, good to meet you. You guys did great.
Thank you. I do not shake his hand. How can I help you today, Mr. Nick?
Oh, okay. No, nothing. I'm just traveling along. Mr. Mantangs was there on the coast in my passing. I decided to stop by and check things out. See what this little legendary circus patrolling the world is all about. Seems like it's up to snuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is rough and tough. I like it as well.
You guys would bring yourselves down here to this corner whenever you can. This is Nick talking to you right now.
Can I be put how do you put above Leadbelly?
Yeah.
Come again?
Can I be put above Leadbelly on the layers?
Yes.
It's not really too much of an important thing. It's just aesthetically.
No, I got you. There you go.
Yeah.
Nick will just kind of put his hand down. He's kind of balancing on the balls of his feet, moving back and forth on his heels. He goes, well, just kind of trying to get a feel for things, see if there's not somebody I can enjoy the finale with. It comes with the nature of my job. You see how it is? Like to make friends fast in port.
What's your job?
Oh, I'm in private interest. Stuff like that.
I want to check this dude out. I don't trust him.
Okay.
What do you perception?
What are you just trying to do a general insight, you think, or something else?
Yeah, insight, my bad, yeah.
No, you're good. Yeah, just send that out. Let's just do it flat. Damn, another crit. Very good rolls today in general, all pretty high for the most part. So where exactly are your insecurities lying with this guy? Is there anything in particular you're trying to parse out, or just kind of getting a general vibe?
The way he's dressed and the vibe he's giving off reminds me of those people who stopped us previously on our way to the tent when me and Kief were on our way to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, last night. Well, off a crit easily. You would be able to tell they're dressed pretty differently. Still, like the two from last night were in sort of like suit-ish attire, wearing a nice tie. But this guy's suit looks a little more tailored, a little older though, a little rattier. Doesn't seem uniform in any way with what they were wearing last night. The brim of his hat comes out a little wider. He himself is not as put together as they were. You know, the lady from last night was well manicured, a face full of makeup, her hair well done. The man too, close clipped to the head, haircut. All his nails were well filed and you know, trimmed and cleaned and all that. This guy's a little rougher around the edges. His beard is a little scraggly. Looks like he could use a good night's extra sleep. You know, just catch an extra 12 hours or so. And he's just a little thin by your metric. I mean, it's a critical, so I'll ask: is there anything else you'd kind of want to parse out?
Yeah, do I feel like he's being dodgy about what he does? Like when I asked what he did for a living?
Yeah. Private interests does not sit right with you.
Okay. So private interest, can you diverge a little farther?
Divulge.
Oh!
Divulge a little farther?
He kind of shrugs, he stuffs his hands in his pockets, and he goes, oh, well, I mean, I go around from port to port here in the South. I look after individual and group interests, and I make sure that all parties and dealings, business and personal, are made good.
So what business do you have with us?
Well, like I said, I thought this was your first time here at Mr. Mantang's. It's my first time. I enjoyed last night, but didn't really make any friends, so I'm trying to find people to sit with at the finale tonight. Don't want to miss that.
I mean, okay.
Well,
Tell me where you guys from. I come from Sorbet, but don't hold it against me if you're natives.
we're gonna be performing, so we won't really have seats, you know?
Oh, interesting. It's incredible. You guys must be very talented people. I hear Mr. Mantang's only takes the best.
Oh, we're not. Well, I used to be a part of the big band, but starting today, I'm now a member of the New Path, which is us.
Hi.
Well, howdy, the New Path. I like the ring of that. You're a little band, huh? You're pretty good. Is this all just a trio?
Oh,
Sure.
I'm not singing. I'm not really part of the music part.
He points at you and he goes, I know a smarty pants when I see one. Band manager, huh? Good to meet you, pal. I'm Nick.
Well, you can say that.
Good deal, good deal. Every good act needs a good management. That's what I always said. Check out these ox they got over here. Big smiles on their faces. They're supposed to be good fighters, though. He just kind of walks over here toward this paddock.
I'm going to step forward but not follow him. Why those people move?
I think they're just meandering.
Yeah, they're just checking out the next exhibit over here. Can kind of see in this paddock the ground is like overtrodden and turned muddy. Inside this long, wide paddock are a bunch of ox with these big smiles on their faces as they trample around, kind of going in circles. Some of them drink water like that one there. Troughs posted at each corner.
They do look happy, don't they?
Because I'm on your shoulder. I'm just going.
Y'all
everywhere you go.
y'all should be grouped now. Nick points over the fence at them. And he goes, "These are northern creatures. They get some from each sea they've been in. This Mr. Mantang's magical circus. Quite the menagerie, don't you think?"
Yes, I know
Just
that
haven't even
word.
seen the stuff that's inside.
Yeah, I see.
Check out this one over here, though. Seen this 2 or 3 times at this point.
Oh, Kief, you did a movement with me again.
Oh,
Oh no.
we're merged on my end. I'll say that.
Ooh. Where did you even just go? I think I did that. I'm sorry.
I'm off.
I launched you off the page.
It's all good. It's all good.
Kief was thrown! No!
There we go. Ah!
Does Lucas have access to move Keef's token?
No.
I was gonna say,
guess
because
not.
if he
I thought
does,
he did.
if he does, then he can group us and then just move us together with the arrow keys at the same time. It's just only the token access, not the sheet access. Well, I mean, I'll have to revise.
Yeah, I think
we'll do it. We'll do it off camera.
into the whole sheet. No? To enable that access, it's saying I have to.
If that's the case, I'd rather you didn't, because I don't want to spoil myself on Dill's sheet. And I know me, I will look.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Yeah, there may be a bypass on my end. It's just saying it'll need to be on the whole sheet to have access there.
So what's in this one?
Yeah, as you guys come over, this paddock looks a good deal larger. There's like a little off map, a like cavern-looking thing. Looks somewhat artificial from the look of things. And you guys see like bones and like bloody remains kind of over here in this far corner as a great creature lopes around the high walls of this fence and just kind of looks at the guests through the slats one by one. It's like this is one of the biggest purple-maned lions, if any of you are familiar with that animal, that you could have imagined. The thing towers over any of the oxen in the other paddock, even towering over Mr. Henderson, who walked over Leadbelly with his massive long legs when he first arrived. This is a really, really big lion, and its purple hair sways with every step.
Whoa!
It's gorgeous.
I've seen it before, but every time it's massive. Pause.
No.
Yeah, you'd be little more than a snack to this thing. Big as they come by the sound of things. The ones in the East Blue, they don't grow this.
It wouldn't eat me. I wouldn't.
seem to know-
I wouldn't feel it.
Yeah. I don't think I would fill it either. Pause. You seem to know a lot about all these different blues. You're a well-traveled man.
No, not me. Just Mr. Mantang and his bunch. Came from the east, sailed through the north, crossed the red line into the south. Last but not least, they'll come to the west before embarking across the Grand Line, the first establishment of its kind to take on a worldwide trek of the sort. It is incredible, I can't lie.
That is some feat.
I've been traveling with them now since Samba. Tailing them, rather.
I
Maybe
was
some kind of
about
like
to say,
Bigger.
I don't think I've ever seen you before.
Is he some kind of groupie?
No.
I think so.
Not some sort of groupie. Told you, I'm in private interest.
Is your private interest Mr. Manting?
Maybe I should try the forward approach, but not quite my style, boys. Come on, let's check the next bird out.
Upon seeing the bird, I will run like up to the front of the cage. Yeah, Kief is like hanging on, like, oh my god! Yeah, like,
You guys kind of push in front, maybe not physically of those two guys, but the one closer to you is like, "Hey, man, what the? Watch it!"
just anime style turn around and like scowl, like all darkened out and looming over him, and then turn back to the bird. Do I recognize?
Nick will come around.
Oh, go ahead.
No, after you.
I was just gonna ask, do I recognize the bird?
So, I mean, not personally, but it's undeniably a South Goyu bird from Torino. It's big and colorful, but not nearly as big as the ones from your homeland, or even the one, by your guess, that you saw on Panangea flying while you guys were hiking through the mountains. It looks a little bit different in terms of demeanor. It looks a little sleepier as it waddles around. If you'd like to make a roll to see the conditions of this creature yourself, I'll take an animal handling.
I will. Listen, ain't spell,
Okay.
baby.
Oh, alrighty.
I'll take the 14.
Yeah, off of 14, you are not dissatisfied with what you see entirely. There is extreme frustration with seeing this beautiful bird that you consider, to an extent, your kin, put behind bars like this in a way. It just doesn't sit right
fly.
with you.
This bird needs to fly.
So there is open air above him. It's just a fenced-in area. The air is open above it. It could actually get out if it wished. I'm gonna pull us. Where did it go? There. I'll pull the over map real quick. And as you look upon the Goyu bird, Nick is saying something on the placard there, right, with a little blurb written about the species on it. But Leadbelly, your mind goes back to a time on Torino yourself. As you look into the eyes of this big Goyu bird, you are kind of taken back there, and through its eye you see the great tree in the center of Torino, stretching high, massive branches loping out, clouds attached around the edges of it, high. As you run, I'm going to throw that down right there. You remember specifically a distinct day in which you were hunting with essentially your brother.
Oh man. Let me pull up this dude's name.
This is your bigger around than you. Not as, but certainly very stocky and strong with big belly. You guys are running through the woods with that great tower spanning high above you, spears in hand. Bento having a spear in each hand.
Let's go, Bento!
I want to eat 10 boar tonight, brother. 10 boar! Ha ha ha!
I'm eating 15!
I'm eating 20!
20? That's too many boar, Bento. Calm down.
Okay, I'll give 5 to Dad.
He's gonna take at least 10 of each of ours.
Then we're gonna need 30 each.
Exactly. I like the way you think.
As you guys go along your way, Leadbelly, your laughter kind of takes over control in your chest. And suddenly it kind of feels like you're not sure how much time has passed as you guys near that grand tree. And Bento suddenly grabs your shoulder, the thin shift that they fashioned for you to wear here on your time on Torino, and pulls you down into an alcove where another big tree, not nearly as big as the great tree, but still massive around. And you two hide under that dense trunk as Bento suddenly, shh.
What is it?
Canopy overhead is dense, covered in leafy vegetation, ivy vining across it as well. But through this one part that lets in a huge shaft of sunlight, you suddenly see branches shift and twist as 4 massive Goyu birds, bigger than the one at Mr. Mantang's, creep, their claws clinging to the canopy as they inch their ways under and then flap their ways down to the ground, only about 30, 40 feet in front of you guys.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Shh, Bento says. They're gonna eat us. They'll go away.
Why would they eat us? Why would they eat us?
Because they're the demons of this island. They are the ones who keep us on the ground.
No, I'm gonna go talk to it.
Just talk to it, Leadbelly.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over and like, just try to be like, "Hi, big birds."
Bento reaches a hand up to try to stop you. He raises his voice calling your name, but he sort of falls over as you head outside of his reach. As you come into the clearing with all these Goyu birds, they turn their heads toward 4 of them. And their eyes narrow. You hear Bento scream on the ground behind you, "Leadbelly, no!" And you hear a rustling of wings. And you feel yourself suddenly buffeted by a much smaller baby Goyu bird, which starts squawking at the sight of you, still capable of awkward flight, but it comes barreling into you.
Hi, little fella. I'm gonna start trying to pet it.
Okay. Roll me in animal handling. And it's okay that it's present day stats for this one. Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
At an 18, the baby Goyu bird just kind of chirps, nestles up into the crook of your arm and like wraps its wings around you. These are the same Goyu birds that you are already very well acquainted with.
Let's go. See, brother? These guys are cool. And I'm just like holding this baby Goyu bird and petting it. I've hung out with them
Bento
before.
stands He stands up shakily. He's like clutching just one of his spears in both hands now. He goes, Leadbelly, get over here very slowly. Don't move erratically and put the baby down.
Nah, trust me. Trust me. See, watch. They think I'm one of them. And I'm going to use my Hana fruit to grow wings. I'm obviously not casting, like, Featherfall, but, like, to show him that, like, I'm learning from them. They're showing me how to fly. I'm getting
His eyes go
design.
wide. As all four of the Goyu birds behind you spread their wings and start flapping them, stirs up all of the dead leaves on the forest floor, sends a great wind churning through this little clearing, but they don't take off into flight. They're just standing there flapping as the baby Goyu bird screams happily from your arms, Leadbelly, and your own Hana wings sort of flap in conjunction with them. Bento finally manages to say, "Is this where you keep sneaking off to?"
Yeah. These birds aren't as bad as you guys think. I think they're just, like, you guys are scared of them. I think they're also scared of you.
No, but the legends. The legends say they only feast on human flesh.
They mostly eat fruit from what I've seen.
With Leadbelly and Bento just kind of standing there, Bento steadily relaxing, will bring us back here to the present. That memory floods through your mind, Leadbelly, as you behold this Goyu bird, which is notably staring right at you. A second ago, it was just kind of loping around a little bit, looking this way and that, maybe taking a bite of the big hay bale that's just sort of its day feed food. But now it's just staring right at you with this almost like beaky smile upon its face.
That bird looks really cool. And I'm going to do like...
Is it
go
the
ahead.
same?
I don't know. Here. And I'm going to make the call that I remember that family of birds making. If
Okay.
possible.
I was even going to say, from that memory, the 18 animal handling was going to take over from the 14, but if you'd like to aim for higher.
You know what? I'm a gambling man. Damn, I should have done a performance.
Oh my. You did still have another inspiration, did you not? I thought you had two in stock at the moment, no?
No, I just had the one. I have a luck, but I'm saving that.
You still got your luck. Okay, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. Long rest, baby.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, should I keep that? I'm
Oh, Mikey cut out again.
Yeah.
We're gonna roll with that 18. And
Oh, hell
you still feel conflicted over the bird being behind this cage. But if you're looking for like familiarity about those birds, try.
Oh.
Hello. Did I come through?
Yeah. Last
You're back
time
now.
you said familiarity about the birds trying, and then it cut out.
Yeah, at an 18, while you still have some trepidation, as for the familiarity of the bird, try that call that you remember from Torino. See how it responds.
Yeah, I'm like. It's not a pretty
The
call.
cries of the baby. Yeah, the cries of the baby Goyu are none too pleasant to the ear. But at your 18, you do a pretty good humanistic impression of it. And this Goyu bird in captivity, slightly hunched over, suddenly loses its drowsiness and spreads its wings and flaps there with its feet planted on the ground, stirring up its own scattered hay
Oh,
and the
yeah.
dust from this part of the land. And it gives out its slightly more pleasant screech right up into the air.
I'm going
Vast
to
call that echoes out.
I'm gonna tell Kief to hold on and grow out wings and start flapping as well.
Ooh, okay.
Leadbelly!
Just hold on, Bubba.
Yeah, these guys right behind you, they kind of freak out a little bit and they make some space. Kind of draws some attention from folks all over. Anybody in the immediate vicinity is going to turn your way at this devil fruit display. And even like the animals, even some of the ox in their paddock, they stop their circular trampling, and you hear like some scattered like moos of fear. The big purple-maned lion, towering as it is, looks over at this strange human creature thing. Very cool.
Nice. Yeah, I think this bird wants to get out of here.
I think that bird likes you, says Nick. He just kind of points between you and the bird, and he's like, what the hell was that, kid? Some sort of animal
yeah.
whisperer?
Nah, I'm from Torino.
Dude,
From
do you
Torino?
think it recognizes you?
Maybe.
You want to roll like some sort of perception insight on that? I would give this
Yeah.
one to you at advantage.
Let's go.
With so much dredged up from your history on Torino.
You said inside. All right.
You do insight or perception. Active
j-
perception. Yeah, nice. Wow. Paid off well. At a 24, you don't really get a tugging of recognition or familiarity with this bird in particular. Beyond its species, it seems to just be another Goyu bird of some sort.
But it messes with me. That's the important part.
It immediately, yeah, I'll include that on a 24. You are very confident this bird likes you.
Oh yeah. This is a friend right here. Kief, if we have to fight our way out of here, I'm taking this bird with me.
So, we're taking the bird. You want the lion too?
No, that thing's way too big. But there was this bear outside, and right when I got here, I was like, I'm taking that bear. And in my gut, I need to take that bear. So even if like things, yeah, there's a bear out there.
All right, so we might actually have a chance with that bear, right? Because that dude has been following us forever, trying to get his bear put into the exhibit.
All right, so here's the plan. If things go south with Mr. Mantang, I'm saying this loud enough so at least Nick can hear us, by the way. So here's the plan. If things go south with Mr. Mantang, we come here, we grab the bird, you grab the bear, we get back to the ship, we roll out to the Rashwan Kingdom.
Well, now, what could go wrong with Mr. Mantang? Says Nick, kind of stepping in closer to you now as he overhears all that.
Well,
Haven't met the fella
Kief-
myself yet, but I hope to.
Kief here is going to be leaving the circus with me, and he's one of their best performers.
That's so. That's so. Good going, kid.
Yeah. On to bigger and better things as the new path.
Isn't that what they always say? Bigger and better. Once upon a time, this circus could only dream of being bigger and better. Back when it was fully owned and operated by the Hendersons. Did you know that?
No. How long ago?
Oh, not long. Not long. About 3 years past now. Old Henderson had to give it all up to Mr. Mantang. Some stranger who came out of nowhere with a bundle full of gold, ready to spend it on a circus of all things. And now look at him. Look what he's turned it into. They travel the globe together now. Every stop, they grow and grow and grow. It's like a traveling mini-city, if you ask me. It's got its own economy, its own rules, its own jurisdiction, and its own family drama, too.
Yeah. It's almost like he built a home.
Well, he didn't build it now. You ask some, even some in the Henderson family, he took it. Tell me, Kief, you worked here a while, haven't you? What's your vibe with the Hendersons? Pick up any sour grapes among them?
Would you say you have a Harry in the Hendersons vibe? I mean, Harry, never mind.
I don't know if there would be anything that you have of it, Mikey, but if not, Keith would say.
Toss me out a history.
Let me walk back to my PC. History. We have a 5.
Okay.
Who?
This is kind of a scaling one, so at a 5, I mean,
Who we talking
you
about?
the basic. Oh, am I cutting out again?
No, I'm memeing with my role. I said, who are we talking about?
Oh, yeah. Well, out of 5, I mean, you're gonna remember the Hendersons. There's obviously scary Mr. Henderson who walks around on his 8 legs, breathes fire. You remember some stories about him that at one point he used to be pretty normal, apparently, but that must have been long before your time. You know that there is the 3 siblings of the old Henderson owner, Zeke, Alima, and Kima. You guys have met them a couple times now. Kima 2 or 3 times from Panangea as well. You know that they're mostly in like the trapeze. Zeke does his own thing. There is the Mystic, who is the old Henderson owner's like uncle. He doesn't really go by his name in the public. He sticks to his stage name, the Mystic, but he is a Henderson, part of the Henderson family. You know of a few others too. There's Luma, who was the bearded woman who also came in last night. There's Barnum, who not big, but he's been with the family so long he might as well be. And I do believe at a 5, I know that sounded like a lot, but there was room for you to know a lot about the Hendersons, but I'm going to leave it there at a 5.
Yeah. No, can't really think of anything. I mean, the old man might have a problem with it, but it seems more like he stepped down and Mr. Mantang stepped in. But they're running it more like partners rather than boss and employee.
Well, of course. That's the gracious thing to do when you lose a precious figurehead of a family. Especially so soon after the sale transferred.
Huh?
Oh, you didn't know about that? I figured that was common knowledge, especially here in the circus walls.
No, I don't know.
Old Carlisle. He was beloved here, named after his grandfather who started this whole operation in the first place.
The hotel.
It's a shame. Yes, that hotel is named after his grandfather. Not him, unfortunately, though he is just as beloved, if not more, in living memory. The way I hear it, some of those Hendersons aren't sitting pretty with that deal to this day.
Well, what'd they do?
You tell me. Anybody ever storm off with their knickers in a twist? Anybody ever say something on a drunken night of rambling and want to air up?
That's the second person that's
old
mentioned
drama?
panties today.
You got any, kid?
What?
Just
Panties?
joking. I'm just joking.
No. And
Well, of
he
course
was
not.
like completely, the mood from this guy has been completely thrown off because he's like, why is this dude who's worrying about his own business now worrying about the circus's own business?
Nick will just kind of nod and he gestures around the animal exhibit. He goes, well, look around. Look how much money you've made with the place. That's all you got to do. It's a mini city. It's got its own capital, its own thriving economy, its own population of loyal people who don't leave its side even when it moves from place to place to place, even across seas.
Well,
Kief, I have an idea.
yeah. They also get what they put into it. So if you do your best to make the circus appeal to as many customers, you're able to make more money off more customers that come in because they're attracted.
Sure. It's one way to look at it. He's got this grin on his face from under the brim of his hat as he leans forward a little bit. And he goes, or maybe, who knows? Maybe magic's real.
Crazy talk.
Hey, Kiryu, is magic real?
Nah.
Then how is that cat a wizard?
Getting hot. Nick takes his hat off, starts fanning himself. You guys want to finish up? Head to Screwballs, grab a drink? It's on me.
Well,
Screwballs?
Yeah, Screwballs is kind of the daytime cafe / comedy club / bar.
Oh, okay.
Leadbelly, actually, you were outside of it when Mr. Henderson came out and torched that guy into like soot.
oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I think we could do that. We'll meet you over there. Why don't you go ahead?
Ooh, throw me out. You could do, if I'm reading this right, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna need a deception roll.
Wait, hold on. All right, so before he throws out the deception roll.
Okay.
All right, well, both of them are the same age.
Okay.
Could I make the argument that I'm helping because I also believe that Leadbelly is telling the truth, that we'll meet up with him later?
Oh, yeah, totally. I love that. Yeah, absolutely. So, Leadbelly, you got advantage on that roll now.
Oh,
Throw
fuck
out
yeah.
a,
Okay, good.
Second.
Yeah, I'll say good. Not good.
Okay. Well, hey, on a 12,
I do plan on meeting back up with them. I just need a moment to speak with Kiryu and Kief.
Okay, for sure. If you'd like, in that case, then I may have misread that slightly. You can choose persuasion instead.
Okay, hell yeah.
If you choose deception, we'll stick with that. Whoa.
Damn.
I'm gonna go with the 29.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that's,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
definitely-
I'll take that because I slightly misunderstood the sentiment. That's totally okay. 29 is crazy. Nick is gonna kind of nod. He looks over his shoulder, puts his hat back on his head, and he goes, "Okay, yeah. Could be pretty busy at this time of day. I'll get us a great table, but please do come. I'd love to continue."
We'll be there, don't worry.
All right, I'll be
See you
waiting.
there.
And he takes off.
I'm gonna turn to Kiryu and be like, so, are you meeting up with that girl again later?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
I need you to do something specific. Talk to her and ask her if she knows anything about the Rashwan Kingdom.
All right.
Hell yeah. Because I see things going three ways after I talk to Mr. Mantangs. One is probably the most likely outcome. We have to fight our way out of here because he won't let me leave with Kief. Something about the guy rubs me the wrong way. Two, we walk away. We walk away with Kief, but whatever Arthur is doing is going to cause a ruckus, which will give us a straight shot to get to the Rashwan Kingdom faster. Three, I convince Mr. Mantang to attack the Rashwan Kingdom with me.
Why attack?
Kiryu, I'm gonna liberate this country.
All right.
Hell yeah.
That
Wait, what?
is one hell of a line. Unless there's anything super pressing, I might cut to Arthur on that note.
Yes,
That was
okay.
badass. If there is something
Yeah.
pressing, though, I'll let it play out. I'm not trying to cut you guys off.
No, you're good. You're good. I was gonna say that and then us go follow that guy.
Yeah, well,
Like,
I'm gonna say 4. Something is fishy about this circus, and if that gets exposed, maybe it's gonna implode the whole business.
it could cause a war with
Whenever-
the Marines on the island.
I doubt that. I don't think it's gonna be that much.
Hmm.
If we instigated, it will.
Yeah.
When Leadbelly says he's going to liberate this island, Kief looks at him with the mortified expression again.
Yeah, actually, with that extended conversation, Keith, I would like to get a religion check from you.
I mean,
Whoa.
like, because we know the backstory. I am going to do this just for the purposes of this. That was actually worthwhile.
Okay.
So, like in the backstory that we have, like obviously, like he knows what is symbolized, but it's still just the pressing matter of he found out he slaughtered Marines, rebranded himself, and now is planning to liberate this island.
Sorry, you cut out a little for me on the second half of that. Could you repeat that, brother?
It was just that Kief has the mortified expression because he just found out that he slaughtered the Marines on another island, rebranded himself, and then has decided that he's going to liberate this island now. So it's all just the this is the man I knew all those years ago.
Shit, man.
Little Leadbelly grew up, baby.
Yeah. This you have maybe a moment's remembrance of your little brother in Mary Joie, and this is we'll say, since your memories come back, kind of like the first sign that, yeah, wow, he's grown up a little bit. You're not really sure how to take that either. But based off what you rolled, I also want to add, while there's like a part of you that's uneasy about this liberation talk over the whole island, you get it. You get it. You've gotten your memories back now. You get it a little bit. But what really doesn't sit well with you is this talk about Mr. Manting's coming to ruin. You're planning to leave, sure, but you're still filled, with a like great love for this place, for Mr. Manting, for your fellow big band members, even Brown. You guys have had some good times together. Henry the Horse, all these folks, even though you're leaving them, you do kind of hate to hear of any potential trouble that could come their way.
Yeah. And Kief is kind of like on the understanding side of, if Mr. Mantings is doing evil out of the circus and not actually going around spreading good and cheer as Kief thinks, then he's alright with it being destroyed. But if he is just going around just doing actual good, he would feel very bad about it being destroyed for nothing, essentially.
Yeah, it really depends on that conversation with Mr. Manting, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is where Leadbelly's kind of at as well.
On that note, I'm going to pull us up here to the over map. We're going to kind of zoom in further inland, where Arthur, Spenny, and Glory the Ocelot have been chasing Lead Horse into the wilderness. The horse has not followed the path that winds into the forest super strictly. He's kind of wandered off the beaten path. Arthur, what are you guys doing in your pursuit?
I am chasing down Lead Horse, and I'm saying, "It's okay. You can slow down. Spenny's not gonna hurt you. Do it.
Spenny, as he's kind of running, a few paces behind you, but sort of alongside you, maybe you'll notice him just kind of like keeping that chunk of lip in place as he runs. It's like it keeps wanting to just like peel off. And you guys continue along through this deep and ever darkening jungle. Even though it's the middle of the day, the canopy overhead really masks a lot of that sunlight. Yeah. You just kind of cross a certain part. Lead Horse continues on ahead, but you guys can toss your tokens down here in the middle. Crosses the path, Lead Horse runs off, and Arthur, you naturally get a feeling of recognition about this place as you slowly look around, and you see some signs of like devastation over here in the trees lining the path, some like scorch marks and like dead rats.
So this would be
Spenny is
where
yes,
Spenny. This is where me and Mitch found Lemon Dude.
So you kind of look around, and by simply the curve of the path, you're like, oh, this is where it happened yesterday.
I want to look where the portal was. See what that looks like.
Yeah, looking around at the ground or where any of those scorch marks I mentioned are, it's like a blue stain on the ground. You have not really seen this too much before in regards to Mitch's portal powers. It seems like this is some new byproduct, perhaps, of whatever he did yesterday to send you off on your own. You've got, scorch marks here. Here in the trees, there are like these blue ringed scorch marks surrounding like entire tree trunks where you see trees toppled and just on the side and totally, down, having knocked over maybe other saplings or what have you in the area. You do see quite a good bit, over a dozen at the very least. And
That's
feel free to
Spinny, this
roll
is
me.
where it went down. What do you want me to roll you?
I was just going to say, whenever you had a chance, just an investigation around the general vicinity as you take everything in. But say whatever you needed to say first.
Oh yeah. Just letting Spenny know this is where it went down. And this is where me and Mitch were separated.
And he just looks around the area. He goes, Mitch! Mitch! Oh my God. You have stamina for days, man. It's crazy.
I remember one time someone took my horse from me and I had to go find out where they went. But it is peculiar if we look at the ground over here. It's almost like it's been painted, but I don't remember Mitch ever leaving marks where portals were. Do you?
Spenny looks at them a moment. As you point them out, he shakes his head and he goes, "No, I mean, they would cut in I don't know. It made like a little like singe thing, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know what this blue is. It looks different. I don't know. There's a lot of dead rats here. It stinks, man. That's and he plugs his nose. And off that 19 as well, you're going to see Glory kind of sniffing around all these dead rats too. You see them just on their backs here and there, mostly around the edge of the forest line. As you maybe look a little closer, not yet decomposed at all. You certainly don't remember rats from yesterday.
I'll look at the non-decomposed rat. See what's up with that.
As you pick, I guess, one of them up or study it closer, its face is all contorted and it's lined with ridges and cracks, and not like injuries, but it's just like facial features. And it twists its face up into the grotesque looking identifying feature on it. It just looks like a mouse or a rat's tail, rat's gray body, all the traditional hallmarks except that really distinct face. All the other rats have that face. And off of a 19, I'll go ahead. So prescient in your mind, you remember as Mitch pushed you through the portal with Glory to safety, Herbert Moon, as he was transforming, his face kind of took on that same grisly look to it.
I'm gonna set the rat down and be like, Spinny, remember when I said there's no way we'd run into a lemon guy twice?
Yeah.
Now, call me a cautious man, but oh man, I I'm gonna roll an attack to shoot the contorted face and be all like, better safe than sorry.
Oh my. Yeah, I mean you hit it. You're just trying to shoot it in the head?
Yeah, where the gross
Yeah,
face that
okay.
reminds me of Herbert Moon is.
I mean, its head explodes. You don't even really need to roll for damage. Its head just explodes. It's a little rat.
All right, that rat had the same face the lemon had when the guy came out, and so I'm just thinking, I don't really understand how these fruit doohickeys work, but man, could you imagine if he could control lemons and rats? Huh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I don't think they've come with a rat fruit yet, have they? He's got a terrified expression on his face as he legitimately asks you that.
I've never even heard of them like that. Like, oh man, have any of these? Do I recognize if any of these rats have been cursed or in a way?
Off that 19, you are detecting some serious cursed energy coming from these rats.
Oh
Glory,
shit!
Glory is also like sniffing at them, and they're not decomposed really. So you'd think maybe she would eat them, but she is kind of turning her nose up at them.
Man. Maybe what do lemon? Why are people afraid of lemon? Why would that energy resonate with rat?
Spenny starts counting on his fingers. They're really sour. They're really bitter. They make your tongue hurt. They can be used as projectile objects, thrown, weaponized. They are yellow.
See, but like, I'm glad you had so many reasons at the ready, Spinny, but I was trying to like line them up with like, have you ever heard of a Venn diagram?
No. What is that? Is that a stance?
No, it's not a stance. Here, and I'll draw two circles on the ground. A great guy named Venner or Venny or Vincent.
Oh, they're boobies.
No. Boobies are great, but we gotta stay focused. All right, we got we put the list of things in one circle, and you see how we have the list of other things in this other circle. When they overlap, similar things go in the middle. Well, I'm just thinking.
Oh. Okay. Roll me an insight, please.
Sure.
DC was not hard at all to begin with. Yeah, I mean, off of 23, he is not comprehending anything you're telling him about this.
So
He's
you
just
know how
nodding
like
along.
there's dogs and there's cats, and dogs like meat, cats like fish, but in the middle you'd put they both have tails. They are both animals. And they where they come
Oh, he totally gets it now.
All right, so like,
Totally, just said that from the start.
Yeah, most people know about Venny.
Yeah, that was your friend. So he made up these booby diagrams?
No, that's Lenny. Venny made up the diagram. I know people, they real unoriginal names for them, but I'm thinking It's not a devil fruit power, but it's using the negative emotions of energy to inhabit the bodies of lemons and rats. And there's got to be a common causality between the two.
I bet that circus got a freak show. Maybe it's an escaped freak.
What if they're trying to recruit the... Spinny, we gotta hurry. What if he's trying to hurt the other wrestler?
Well, you did mention, didn't you mention he said something about wrestlers? I mean, isn't that what caused the whole altercation? He didn't like wrestlers, he didn't like Mitch?
No,
I don't know.
He really didn't like Mitch. Mitch took care of him, but on the off
You
chance-
might be onto something there then. I don't know.
Bolt. Glory, don't eat any of these. They're weird. Don't do it. We gotta go save these people, Glory. Shit, did we lose the horse?
Yeah, on a general look around, lead horse is nowhere to be seen. If you want to roll, active perception or investigation, any kind of stuff to look for the horse, feel free. I'll take any of them flat. And I'll even give you advantage because Spenny is looking around too.
All right. Oh my gosh, wow. I'm just awful today.
No worries, no worries. Off of 12, yeah. Unfortunately, you do look around, and it's just dense jungle.
It's okay. The captain will only spank us a little.
The path, the paths curve onward.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you
have
don't
to
see
lie?
anything. You do hear from around this curve, down on the right of the map, some sort of footsteps.
Quick, Spinny, Glory, hide. I am not being jumped by another lemon dude. This is not happening. We are going to be the ones jumping.
Nice. Okay. I'll take a public stealth from Spenny in a second, and Arthur, I'll take one flat from you. It'll count for glory as well. Wow, that's pretty backwards. Okay. Arthur is a little closer, I guess, to the path. You all get down. For a quick impromptu hiding, it's actually not half bad. As you stare down the path at the approaching sound around the curve, you see the big form of Lead Horse. It's pretty recognizable there as she heads down the path, not alone. She is led by a figure in mostly black. He's got a pretty distinct bow tie and like a blazing red vest on underneath his black coat. He's got Lead Horse by the reins, and he's walking back along the path with it. He's kind of looking back and forth, up and down.
All right, Spinny. Spinny, I have to handle this. Let me do it. Well, Mr. Pinkerton. You son of a bitch. What are you doing here?
This man squints at you from under the brim of his hat, and he had kind of just a look of ease on his face, but he lets go of Lead Horse's reins now. And with the quickness, he pulls his revolver out from the holster on his belt and aims at you. He says, "Put your hands up, Arthur Morgan. You're under arrest."
You might think I'm under arrest, but I'll tell you something, son. You ain't strong enough to bring me down. If you think you kill me in one shot, do it. But I'll tell you what, you miss, it'll be the last shot you ever take,
I'm not gonna shoot you. I'm bringing you into Agent Ross. Now put your hands up or I shoot.
Yeah, you might think you. I gotta tell you something. You ain't never seen a trick like this before. And
Before you're able to do anything yourself, you do say that, but as soon as you finish, you hear a snapping twig over here on the edge of the woods, kind of where
No
those signs
way.
of battle just were.
no, not the rat guy. Oh, it's not. Okay. Holy shit!
You see another Pinkerton by the looks of her outfit step out. She's got blonde hair kind of cascading over her shoulders, full face of makeup. She's got a rifle in the crook of her shoulder aimed right at you.
Lucky for you, I have 2 guns. Go ahead, shoot for me. And as I say, shoot for me, I'm gonna take my fingers up and be like, your bullets will never reach where they need
Ooh.
to go. I'm a different man
She's
now,
just-
Pinkerton.
She stands there, that rifle aimed right at you. And as you perform that defending ward, you can notice pretty visibly she seems to be a little out of breath as she whips her gun to her left to aim it at the man holding Lead Horse. As a
I knew
single
it was
shot
you.
blasts from the end of her rifle.
Sally! Sally! Sadie! I'm not drunk, I'm just forgetful.
Before we really get into that, I'm gonna pull us back here.
Holy shit.
And even though he is not here today to give Abyss some screen time, I want to take us on a little snapshot vignette of where he is at. If you'll all remember last time, he had swam through the Roshuan shores, him and the Z-Beast, together battling over control of their physical form, whatever that really meant, and ultimately finding some cavern deep below the sea that stretched on into empty, inky darkness. As Z-Beast was taken out of the moonlight, he retreated back into the recesses of wherever he came from in Abyss's existence. And Abyss, from the exhaustion, was knocked out, traveling down the current that bore him through that cavern, gushing into the underground of Roshuan. And as he winds down turn after turn after winding turn, I will call it there for today. To be continued, gang.
My God.
What a session!
Anymore.
Agreed.
Guys, it was great to be back. Good to revisit all the Sakura pirates this week. I hope you guys had a little bit of fun. I got my fix of D&D after a really long time of not even having IRL sessions, so I certainly needed this.
Same.
For our chatters, for everybody still out there with us today, thank you for joining us on this edition of the Sakura Pirates. Next time, we got session 20. We're back to our regular schedule, so look out for us on July 10th, barring anything that potentially comes up with our players until then. But gang, thank you. That's all from me today.
Hell yeah. Chat, make sure you go check out SSJ Cody's recent mega review of Fire Force. It is a banger of a video. Go over there, sub to Cody. That's what's up. Make sure you go check out my Hunter x Hunter review. to Josh and Mr. Dill. Thank you guys for being here today. It's always great having you guys on here and playing some D&D. So yeah, with that, everyone out there, I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful night.